Okay, abruptly starting. Hello, YouTube. Hello, pretty much just the people in this league watching. We here to do draft analysis.
Oh, is this on YouTube? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on YouTube. Okay, well, let's just start then. Is everybody looking at the friend Allie's team to start?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I changed my mind. I can speak right now.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Well, why don't you give us the first opening words? What do you think of friend Allie's team?
Which team was that? Let me take a look. Oh, right, the Washington Minotties.
Yep.
I'm looking at it, and the first thing that sort of pops out to me is the fact that, there is a Mon on the team that is 4 times weak to Stealth Rock, and only 1 Defogger.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
That
I think he's
is...
gonna be wearing boots every week.
Every single
Yeah,
week he's gonna-
definitely.
And his remover is also weak to hazards. That also has to be kept in mind.
Yeah, that's kind of a bad combo there.
Those heavy-duty boots are gonna be.
Also, something to note is his remover is also a defogger, meaning that if he
Yeah,
wants
the
to
good
set his
thing
own
for
rocks
him
of
is-
Bronzong, or if he wants to set up spikes, toxic spikes, or froze raid, he's gonna have to eliminate his own hazards if he wants to keep hazards off the field for
Yeah,
himself.
yeah, that's the thing too, is he only has defog for hazard removal, so like the only option for getting rid of hazards would also get rid of his own.
Mhm.
Exactly. And
He does have a few setters with like Krokorok and Clefairy and Bronzong and Rose Raid, but like
The
I
good
think
thing
the-
from his perspective, though, is that his only Rock's weaknesses are the Cinescorch and the Rotom. And then he's got the Bronzong, the Quagsire, the Primeape, and the Krokorok all resist that Rock switch in. So
very true.
I just feel like some
Yeah.
other things to note, though, is that his team doesn't... Like, some of his key members, his offensive members especially, do not appreciate webs at all. Roserade, Ambipom, Primeape, they're all reasonably frail. The moment they lose their speed, he doesn't have much for bulky offense aside from Scorch. So webs really, really ruin his team. And
yeah,
there's
I'm
a
not
good
sure
couple
how
webs.
many Mons in this league get webs, but
I think I counted like 4 teams or something. 4
Not
teams.
teams.
So a quarter of the league is bringing webs.
that's crazy.
That's insane. I
So-
can't
Oh
believe-
shit, right, Ariados and Levani get it, I forgot about that.
Yes, Levani isn't.
Microvolt added
play,
it
though.
this gen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Galvantula was dropped off of the one team. Eggs
Yep.
team, I think
Yeah,
it was.
it
So
was
we lost some
it was
of
dropped for Venusaur.
Slurpuff
So-
is in the Surpluff is in the running though. Revombi's around. Vikavolt, like you said. So there is some webs running around. Ariados is
Kricketune,
also on the
Kappa.
team. I don't think Kricketune is being played by anybody. Is it? I didn't miss a Kricketune, right?
looking at
They could
Fred
have.
again. I'm looking at the weird things. I need to see a Final Gambit Primate once. All I'm
No, Overheat.
That would be funny.
Overheat Primeape. Come on.
Wait, it gets that?
It gets Overheat. I used
Gen
it
1
back in
Mons
like
get
Fire
so
and
many
Leaf
moves
Green
that
way
they should
back.
not get.
very.
Oh,
you don't.
oh,
It's Gen 1. Everything gets everything in Gen 1.
it's over.
Let's go.
It's over.
Uh,
Final Gambit, Alolan Doug Trio is happening week 1. Damn, we better be ready.
that Clefairy does get gravity, and gravity is really useful for those low accuracy moves that you might want to land. You know, gravity sing on Clefairy. Always.
Yeah, but I'd also say, along with that, that also grounds his Rotom fan despite all of its efforts to stay elevated. And then,
got-
as well as the fact, his only ground spammer is really Krokorok, and I don't know how high that thing has for attack. It's only 82, so...
Base 82. Base 82
Yeah.
attack.
Yeah, base 82.
Role play? We gotta see a role play Primeape at some point. I mean, come on.
I feel like I don't think this team is bad because what I do like about it, it has a solid fire, water, grass core. They're all pretty
Yeah.
well together,
Absolutely.
and it does cover all of its types pretty well.
Yeah. It's just like the
So
Interesting.
how would y'all rate this team on like a?
I'd give it a 5, honestly.
are we rating out of 10?
Yeah.
Rating it.
Okay. I would say
yeah.
also Quagsire is super good at draft, low key.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is.
Yes,
absolutely.
of course. but
Completely
it's,
shuts down any form of setup.
and yeah, with that fire, water, grass core as well, both of his other two in the fire, water, grass core quad resist grass, so that Quagsire is never really gonna have to worry about not having someone to switch in and take that
Yeah.
for it.
Yes. So
Yeah.
actually.
has
And,
a lot of
and then
grass
like
resist,
yeah,
actually.
and then like Bronzong and Rotom resist grass too, so like
Yeah.
that is a complete non-issue.
So yeah, do you want to just move on to the next one then?
Wait,
yeah,
I didn't.
one-
we didn't. Only one of us rated the team.
Oh yeah, sorry.
One thing I've got to add, just from previous leagues with Franderly, is that expect the unexpected. He my scarfed Blaziken with a scarfed Scizor week 1 of the last week we were in, because I was just scarfed outspeed a Blade, and he was max speed scarf. I'm sitting on the team and
Sorry,
target trick Rotom to beat a Seismitoad.
That's funny.
So
The
People have
Definitely
been doing that with
expect
Alecki.
definitely expect the unexpected, and I think that's gonna bump him up a little bit.
mhm.
I would give it like a 5 or a 6. 5.5.
Okay.
I'm picking 6 on this team.
Yeah, I'm going with a 6, but with the prep that he can bring, could bump it up a point or two.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
There's
gonna keep
definitely
it more,
room for improvement, but it's got the basics down.
I'm
At the
keeping it separated from the player, and
It's
I'm
about
still
the
just
player.
gonna give it a 5, honestly.
At the end of the day, the player is the one who uses the team and wins with it, but
Yeah.
the team itself is a little bit lackluster.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so next up we have the Los Angeles Lake Spirits from
Yep, let's
somebody
go.
on this call. Would you like to introduce your team to us?
Okay, so I got the best Pokemon in the draft, Raboot over here.
Sleeper Tier 1.
Sleeper Tier 1A.
Sleeper Tier 1. You know, they had it in Tier 2, and I was like, no, I contested it, and I put it in Tier 1A myself. I edited the doc with my mind and just went with it.
Yeah, she personally
Impressive.
changed the rules just to allow this to happen.
Very true.
I'm
It does get
impressed.
Libero, though.
It does, and that's what's gonna make it funny when I bring Blaze.
Actually, on the Pokepaste right now, I didn't edit any of the abilities, so it is just Blaze. So I guess that's just
so-
what you're stuck with, or do you lie to all the
looking
people
at this
watching?
team- yeah, looking at this team, I could have made some better decisions, but I got what I wanted from this team, kind of thing, you know.
I actually I like the team.
What I wanted, my only plan going into this was getting U-turn, Volt Switch, and Flip Turn on the same team, and all three
the
of them
momentum.
hard-hitting Pokemon.
And you have teleport, too. So you've got all
And
4.
Teleport. I
Yeah, you got
F-
teleport on that Zatu over there.
Baton past Glaceon if I really wanted to.
That's true.
I got
You've got all forms of switch
Baton Pass
momentum.
Togetic as well. That
Yeah.
exists.
All kinds of switch initiative.
I'm telling you, the Mon that stands out to me here as a lower tier pick is the Basculin. That's
Oh,
a
I
Mon
was gonna say that
I
too.
wanted it so bad.
I was
Oh,
looking at-
adaptability is gonna hurt.
It
I'm
is so good.
happy I have a hard counter to that. Ah. Sorry, network difficulties.
Breakers do well in Trick Room, and I
Yeah,
have
sorry, I just missed like the past like 10 seconds or something. I need to cut that out.
Nice.
There's gonna be a warning at the start of the video. It's like, I'm sorry, my internet sucks. There's gonna be cutouts.
But yeah, the Vigavolt and the Escavalier do definitely do very good in Trick Room, I agree.
And I have a reliable Trick Room setter in Prankster Cottony. Woohoo.
Oh, hell yeah.
Prankster in a negative priority.
Hey, it moves up one priority slot.
I guess if somebody goes for Dragon Tail, it goes first, right?
That's right.
I think everybody. Dual Wing beat everything, and
Yep.
Rocks?
It does. And the
What
best
the
thing here,
hell?
it's the
Okay,
best rock.
yeah, I missed stuff again, but I'm guessing Pinsir. Damn it!
Mold breaker.
Oh my god, it's your only rocker. I just realized that.
yeah, it's the only thing I got for rocks. But you know what? The webs on Vikavolt are probably more important at the end of the day. You know. I mean, it really depends on the team I'm up against.
Mhm.
Yeah, webs will definitely, I think, be crucial in this league simply because the speed stats are so much lower than you would
and
see in a.
Nobody drafted the super fast ones. Damn! Why does my internet keep cutting out the moment I want to speak?
Got
My internet keeps cutting out. Damn it!
Yeah, Reboot will
What? Go ahead.
My favorite T1A, Reboot.
yeah.
yeah.
It's the best
So-
Pokemon League. Y'all are sleeping.
So what
Yeah.
teams have we talked about so far?
We talked about Frandely's team, and now we're talking about Snow's team.
Yeah, that's it so far.
I think out of 10, my team is a solid 11. Like, perfect.
So if you subtract the 10, does that make it a 1?
No. We're not using those rules.
That means she's one above the Snow.
I'm above.
I can't do anything. I just can't do anything like
I
this.
think, is it Basculin also 95?
Basculin's 98.
98.
Okay, so Basculin being the fastest thing at 98. But I mean, yeah, under that speed, that that bar of 100 is definitely a noticeable thing. But webs can definitely help that. And it's got a great Trick Room mode with Escavalier and Vikavolt in there.
Yeah. I feel like there are a few things missing, but she's definitely gonna have to bring Vikavolt like every week.
You have
Like,
an insane
non-negotiable.
rocks weakness. Like,
Y'all are
no rock
That is
resistances.
very true. That is
Y'all are
very
Zatu.
true.
No.
Zatu.
No, I'm just talking about the rock typing. Like, you have 6 weaknesses, no resistances.
No. What? No. You're right, but no.
Stone Edge.
That resists rock, right?
I'm gonna bring Choice Band Gigalith and just fucking.
No. Your Choice Band Gigalith loses to something on my team. I'll figure out.
Something. Possibly. We'll find a way.
I'll bring room service Pinsir and hope.
What does room service do?
Lowers your
It
speed
lowers
when
your
Trick
speed.
Room.
Yeah, it lowers your
Happens.
speed in Trick Room.
What does that even mean?
It means it can make mons that normally wouldn't be suited for Trick Room into Trick Room sweepers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
it allows you to
it'll
outspell.
drop their speed stat.
And it's only in Trick Room too.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen the application
Like,
of like using a mon that's faster and then keeping it fast and then just having the speed for Trick Room.
I'm trying to look up the move on Showdown, and I don't think it's there.
It's an item.
Room service isn't a move. It's an item.
Oh,
Yeah.
what the heck?
Yeah, it's one of the new items from this gen.
For new items, I was blown away when I found it. I was like, this is the funniest thing that I can do now.
That is really funny.
Everyone forgets everything from this gen except for boots.
Yeah, basically.
And
What
protective
else did they
pads.
even add?
Protective pads.
Blunder policy.
Protective pads have been
Blunder
around for a
policies.
while.
Blunder policy. I'm gonna
Have
use,
they?
Yeah, protective
There's
pads.
no
are since,
way.
Like, protective pads are
those
since like
are
Gen
also
5, I
big
think.
No,
Those are-
pads were Gen
no,
7.
No.
Hang
Were
on.
they?
I thought
What?
pads were a Gen 7 item.
I was thinking 5 or 6. I wasn't thinking.
Yeah, they're
6.
Gen 7.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Anyways, blunder policy, Vicable. Just saying.
With Thunder?
Yeah.
Okay, you wanna move on to the next team?
We still need to
Oh,
rate it.
Yeah, rate. That's right. Well, I'll
If
go
I'm-
last this time.
If I'm speaking with my heart, I'll say like 8 or 9. If I'm speaking with my mind, I'd say like 6.
Heart of the cards, baby. That's all we need. If I'm looking at my team objectively, I think there's definitely a few holes that I could cover up. It's probably like a 6 or 7 at best, but in my heart, it's the best team I've ever drafted. So
If you
Yeah.
had like a ground type,
no,
then maybe I'd be okay with it.
no,
Yeah, you could use a ground type.
no.
Well, for
Yeah,
me,
I would say for me it's a 6. I think the speed hurts it, but the hard hitters and Basculin and Vikavolt I think bring it up a little bit.
I think the big mon that's like really out of place here is like Glaceon.
No, it's not.
yeah, kind of.
No,
It just
it's
adds an. It's another rock weakness.
It's fine.
Yeah, I'm not
It's
really
a-
sure what it does for you. Is the
Honestly,
thing.
I
Cleric.
think. Yeah, but isn't Leafeon in the same tier or something? I know that like double up of Cottonade, but I mean,
I think. Hang on.
I probably would have gone for something like Stunfisk even,
Glaceon is there because it's.
or Torterra.
Now, hear me out. Y'all are gonna question this, but Manual Hail Aurora Veil.
honestly, I was wondering
Oh,
about Hail
no.
because you have access to a Scavalier.
That is also true. I didn't think of that. I don't
Yeah,
think of
because Overcoat and it's good for chip, and then they'll let stuff like Reboot or
And just get okay.
Bastion
Reg
claim.
Ice is better at doing manual hail Aurora Veil.
No. You don't understand. This is. I like Glaceon, and Regice I don't like as much as Glaceon. So
Okay.
Okay, but I'm just saying
that's
if you want to
understand.
do like, yeah.
like I know objectivity is key here, but Glaceon is like that's the one pick in this draft that I was like my heart just went into the most. You know.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Next team.
Yeah, next
I
team.
haven't even given my rating. 6.5. There.
Thank you.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, next up is British Ninetales. Egg.
Yeah, the British
Egg.
Ninetales sporting the actual Ninetales.
Yeah, this team is
Uh,
absolutely terrifying.
0 out of 10. Not enough grass types.
So true.
Honestly,
It used to have a bunch of them, but
It needs at least
someone
4
said
more.
no. Yeah, someone
I-
said no to there being 5 grass types.
I said they need 2, and now they have 1.
Well. At
Like,
least
just
they have 2
Venusaur
fire
and
types.
Shiftry. Perfect.
Venusaur and Shiftry would have been a good combo.
Because
Or
Absol
maybe-
is so much worse. Absol is so much worse than Shiftry.
or maybe Venusaur and like Leafeon.
Yeah,
instead.
Leafeon's okay too.
Leafeon instead of Absol would have been fine too.
I still feel like this team is better for it, though. It didn't really need Hard Sun. Hard Sun is good, but because of competing weathers, I just don't feel like any of the weathers are going to be as dominating as they could.
Yeah, y'all have fun with your weathers.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of like back and forth with the weathers during a lot of these matchups.
Yeah.
That's why I picked some anti-weather stuff, honestly. But I'll explain that when
Yeah.
it gets to mine.
The Venusaur in the sun is the biggest thing I'm like super terrified of.
Oh, same.
Yeah.
It's almost like drought is banned in most kinds of leagues like this.
Yeah, crazy,
Okay.
huh?
And then we have 2 users. Wow, crazy.
That's so weird.
Torko didn't get picked, so that's lucky, but still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you could not pair Torkoal with the Venusaur due to
Thankfully.
tearing. So you had to go with
Yeah.
the lower tier Sun Sweepers if you went with Torkoal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
so
D. Dantley,
Still terrifying.
if you were gonna enable Venusaur, you had to go Ninetales. Plus, it's the mascot, so I think he kind of
yeah.
wanted it for that reason.
Other than that, Zard is going to be hitting really hard.
Zard does hit hard, yeah.
The
Yeah.
Sand team will probably be able to take it. I don't remember who was that. That was you, Gray, right? With the
That was
Gigalith?
mine.
That's going to be one of the tougher matchups for him, I think. Gallade's
Yeah.
going to be good versus Gigalith, but that's about it.
Palisand kind of just sits on this team.
It kind
On
of
the Sun
does.
team?
Venusaur.
No.
No.
Palisand
it doesn't.
does-
Except for Venusaur.
Uh,
Except for
Charizard.
Venusaur.
Charizard's also just going to melt
Charizard.
it. Charizard's just going to melt it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Solar Power, Specs, it's just gone.
With Sand up.
This team has a lot of rocks.
Okay, Specs Overheat still hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Why would you
team,
run
don't
over
the hazards on this
Charizard.
team are definitely worrisome looking at it because your only removers are what? The Golbat and the Charizard?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
your
and
only
And
Charizard-
technically
setter-
Golem.
and
No
your
one would
only setter
ever
is the
use
Golem.
Charizard as a remover.
Yeah,
So-
and there's also the fact that because he has bad removal, that Ninetales isn't going to be able to run Heat Rock as much as it wants.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
true.
It's very true.
And the unfortunate thing about Golbat in this day and age is like you either got to pick between Eviolite or Boots. You can't have both.
Very true.
I think Eviolite's still the better option.
Yeah, 100%.
I think that's boost so it can reliably recover. So
Mhm.
that's probably a better option.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
I considered drafting Volby, but I sort of turned it down for that reason.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna point out that there's no steel on this team.
That's not as big a deal in T3 and below, but it's still a little bit of an issue.
But
Yeah,
like,
Steals aren't like as necessary in this format.
So something that I was looking at, and I even recommended for the team, I think, and I even see it suffers without it now, is it doesn't have good momentum. And I would have definitely done a Manectric over the Stoutland, like, any day.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's only
yeah.
got Golbat is
Yeah, the
only
Stoutland
pivot.
was weird to me. The Stoutland was an odd one to me.
Yeah,
I think it's his
would
quote
ditch the
unquote
Stoutland.
anti-sand.
Yeah, but
For me, specifically?
Quote unquote
doesn't-
anti-sand.
It doesn't
the
beat
one
anything
sand
on
team?
sand. It doesn't beat anything because their
I
trio
don't
still beats
know.
it one-on-one.
I'm
Gigalith
just
is
guessing.
going to
Palisand beats it
destroy
one-on-one
it.
easy.
Palisand beats it. Everything beats it on sand. It's too slow. It doesn't
Yeah.
do enough.
I
I
don't
would
know,
ditch
man.
that for a Manectric in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I agree.
Manectric can at least go Scarf, and no, it still doesn't outspeed the Doug Trio.
Doug Trio doesn't
Yeah.
get Rush, it only gets Force.
Yeah,
Oh.
Dugtrio does not get Rush.
Oh
yeah,
no, that's right.
Alolan Dougie doesn't get Rush.
So
But it
he
hits
could-
hard as frick, though,
Yeah.
with Force.
Okay. Either way. Even
I
if
will
it
say
takes a free agent,
I actually did have Stoutland in the initial draft, but then I realized that
it lost.
I
Stuff.
remember that we're not allowed to use the cut moves, which means that Stoutland has like no good normal stab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Its best
Yeah.
choices are like Facade or Strength,
Mm-hmm.
and then like it can't run Pursuit. You know, its best choices are like Stomping Tantrum and Superpower and like Wild Charge and
Play rough. Ice Fang.
Eh,
Crunch.
Yeah.
Crunch. Yeah. Like, I
But,
think it
like-
gets Thunder Wave.
yeah, but like
For
it
that
just
sand
doesn't
team.
quite have the sort of options you would want, which is why
Yeah.
I like dropped it for something and then I changed it around a bunch.
Manectric's
Why-
also nice just for being able to be an electric type that threatens the water types that might try and stop your sun.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
then it'll get
electric
its
an electric type on this
flamethrowers
team would have been very
boosted.
good
Yeah.
Yeah.
to threaten rain. Though we don't
Yes.
actually have any rain on this team
Thankfully.
in this league yet.
Mhm.
And speaking of speed tiers, they don't have anything past 100. Unless
Yeah.
you like, except for Venusaur in Sun.
Yeah. And then everything else would be scarfed. And nothing here that Scarf has momentum. So
Yeah.
I
Only
mean,
things
speed
that are
tiers
like
are different.
only
The thing
things that are even
is-
close to base 100 are like
Charizard.
Ninetales, Charizard,
And
and
Yeah,
Golbat.
the Ninetales and the Charizard are right on it, and then the Golbat just below.
if you
Yeah.
look at like the first 5 Pokemon, this team looks solid. But
It
then
does.
after that, like the
It kind of
Stoutland,
drops off.
the
Yeah.
Lapras, the Absol, the Golem. Though no issues with Golems actually. Golem's good
Yeah,
for this team.
Golem is fine on this team.
Why is
I
Golem
can
T4?
I can see that first 5 coming almost every week, and then just plug and play whatever 6th Mon has the best matchup.
Yeah.
pretty much.
It's the tier 3 picks that sink this
But
for
the
me.
problem with that is, if that does end up holding true, then you kind of know going into the game, okay, this is what I'm going to see.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
expect Lapras or Absol in much of any games, or Stoutland. Golbat and Golem are the only fill ones I really see past the first 5.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a team where like you definitely know exactly what they're going to do.
Yeah. So, you want to
Makes
give it a
it
rating then?
somewhat easy to
Or-
prep for, which is very bad.
Mhm.
Easy to prep for, except for the fact that Venusaur is a nightmare to prep for.
Oh,
Without
yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, unless you have Ice Shard, you're kind of... Have fun.
It's still gonna live most ice shards.
Darn.
Yeah, but like,
just
if
stall out the sun,
somebody,
it's fine.
anybody who drafts Sneasel and then something for the Alcremie just beats this team.
Nobody drafted
Yeah.
Sneasel.
I know,
No,
I'm just
nobody
saying.
drafted Sneasel though, which I'm very surprised about, to be honest.
I kind of considered it, but I have Rotom Frost already, so...
You
I
know,
just like Alolan Persians pivoting instead.
Mhm.
you know what I'm feeling? I feel like that this team could use a grassy terrain manual grassy terrain, grassy glide with Venusaur. Very. You don't even,
Honestly,
that
Grassy
would just
Terrain-
go to us.
Getting like Thwacky on this team wouldn't have been a bad idea, to be
You
honest.
could drop that for Stoutland.
Man,
Actually, I think
Thwacky got
Lapras
passed
too.
around. That poor monkey.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
I
got
almost
tossed
kept
around
it.
and then dropped.
Yeah. So
I only picked it up initially because I didn't want people to bring terrain against me, but then I was like, wait, no, that's stupid. That's a
So-
waste of a fucking slot.
just saying, it's half an hour in and we've done like 3 teams.
yeah,
Awesome.
This is gonna be a long one, boy.
that's because we're all geniuses, you know.
Exactly.
We're going pretty in depth, I guess.
This is
At
gonna
the
be
very
like a
least.
3-person thing, and then now we have what, like 5 people talking.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm surprised you didn't bother me to come, like, get in the call, Dozo.
Oh no, I told Fran to do a at every like at. You
I
know.
don't listen to what Fran says. Hi,
I mean,
Fran.
fair. Fair enough. Well,
so
let's
if we were to
just-
rate these teams, if we
yeah.
were to rate this team, I'd probably say like a 4.
A 4? I'm not giving it a 4. I'm still going for like a 6, at least 6 to
okay.
6.5.
I
think
I mean-
if the-
know
I mean,
and
don't
X
get
teams
me
are
wrong.
biased to me.
Don't get me
Huh?
wrong. The top half is stellar.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Top half, love it. Bottom half, not a fan.
I
Yeah.
think the cohesiveness
And when only
of the
and when
first
only
half,
half of your mons are good,
That makes it a 5, even,
That's it.
exact.
yeah,
okay, fine.
Mathematically speaking.
but I still think Sun is so
Mathematically
strong.
speaking, it would be a 5, I guess.
I'm still gonna give it a 6 just because that first half is so strong. Like,
Yeah.
even if you're prepping for it, Venusaur, Charizard, Gallade, they're all gonna just do dents. They're gonna put
I
dents
honestly put it above Snowstorm's team, personally.
together.
Yeah,
Looking back at the team, I'm gonna tie them. I'm gonna give them both 6.5 actually, because Snow has much more flexibility, while this team has just outright power for the first half.
Yeah, top-heavy teams are interesting because they do the one thing really well, and it's hard to play around. But at the same time, they don't do anything else. And if you have something that beats it, then you're kind of out of luck.
Yeah,
Okay,
but I do think in a tier 3 and below league, having that top half definitely is a big help.
It's your most important thing, yeah.
you know, my Chemeco's looking kind of nice against this team, not gonna lie.
My cotton leaves.
What do you mean that Absol?
it gets Dazzling Gleam though.
Does that even actually it's absolute frail as shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I can
you want to move on to the next one, or oh, my internet cuts out.
Onto
Yeah.
Them some internet problems. Do I like add my own commentary? Do I wait for them to like while I reconnect? Am I gonna get disconnected?
No tank.
Yeah. It's a good thing.
I hate no tank, but it's a good mon, so I have to acknowledge it.
Guess who
It
missed
was
30
something
seconds?
that I kind of.
that sounds like someone who has some bad memories of Gen 2.
It's just it has such a weird speed tier, you know? Like
Yeah,
It
why
is
is
really
it? Why
strange.
is it base 100?
That is true.
I don't get that.
So we
Very
moved along while I was disconnected?
Yep.
Yeah, kinda.
Cool.
We're on
Yeah,
D
I know.
Danley's team
but we're
now.
actually on Yanarga's team already. Catch up.
We're actually on the last team, Oliver's team.
Yeah.
Garvis
Yeah.
gang.
Garvis, yeah.
Garvis gang.
That's what we call it here.
Yeah.
What is Garvis?
I don't know. That's just his name, I think.
Okay. Anyways,
All
anyone
of
else
his
have any
mons are
thoughts on D.
Garvis.
Danley? 'Cause I think
I will
it's a pretty
say,
solid.
it is pretty
Rocks,
solid.
rocks.
Rate breakers. What do you mean rocks?
Plenty of access to rocks, plenty of access to defog.
Yeah, but look what his answers to rocks are. Like he has Rotom,
Oh,
and
wait.
then what's his other removal? His 2
Boots
times 4
are-
rock week.
Boots Articuno.
Boots
Boots
are
are
good.
good.
With Power Flame, Rotom. That's it.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Boots Articuno is a very good answer to rocks.
Yeah, but if you're able to knock it off, it's going to be a bit of an issue for it.
Yeah.
Because
then, like,
it
Rotom is
doesn't
there.
wanna- Yeah.
I mean, Breloom's a pretty good knockoff switch in. Not the best, but a pretty good one. Also, why
Yeah.
is Breloom even in T3 and below? That thing is bonkers.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Breloom is something I'm super afraid of. for
So-
this team.
I am
So-
not afraid at all.
So with the first overall pick, I was between Breloom and then the shell smashing Blastoise.
Hmm.
That was the 2 mons, and what it
Oh,
really
God.
what it really came down to was I was in a league in Gen 7 that I was getting absolutely trashed in. And I picked up Breloom, actually dropped a Suncore and picked up Breloom mid-season and ended up going on a 6-game winning streak to make playoffs and then made a run to the championship.
That's pretty cool.
And brought Breloom to all 6 games after I picked it up in every playoff game.
Very nice.
And so after that, I was like, well, this is a tier 3 and below league. I'm about to pick up and see what I can do with it.
Mhm.
Yeah, it definitely does not belong here.
It hit so hard, and with the
I said
new move,
Klefki was too good for this league.
adding
But
close
like
combat
Cloyster is
is,
just sitting right there.
Yeah, adding
Just
close
wait-
combat
just wait for my
Breloom is
T1
very
pick.
nice.
What?
Hmm?
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know really what to say about this team. It's pretty
It's
solid.
good.
It's got some very good offensive options.
It's got some good speed. Well, all right.
I
speed
give it an
tiers.
8. It would be an 8.5 with Musharna. That's my
Yeah,
thought.
some pretty good speed tiers. Honestly, I don't think it even would need to run Trick Room. Like
This
a lot
is-
of the mons are pretty much like on the faster side.
This is one of the better
Yeah.
teams so far, I'd say.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like it a lot.
I think this is the best team we've seen thus far
Yeah.
in these
Yeah, I
in
agree.
analysis.
Yeah, I'll give this one an 8.
Yeah, I'll give it like an 8.
I'm down for an 8. An 8 sounds nice.
All right, so
Cool.
you want to move on to the next?
Yeah. Alright, the Slothful Slackings.
Dark
Go.
Rift.
Dark
So
Rift.
this man has the only real bulky team in the whole league.
True.
It's pretty
Very
damn bulky,
true.
actually.
And I respect the hell out of that.
That's a lot of bulk.
It's got
Okay,
Weaving,
before-
Negress,
before-
Girder, Phariseed,
Okay,
Samurott,
before we-
Regigigas.
Before we really get into the discussion, I just want to say this man sniped Delphox from me, and I am mad.
I
He's
would
not
be-
Galarian Weezing from me, because I wanted to build pretty much the exact team that he had, except I wouldn't do like Altaria or Pharisee. But anyways, yeah, it's pretty phenomenal, I think.
First of
Yeah,
all,
this
respect
team
for
is
the
just super
Regigigas.
bulky.
I was considering Regigigas, but I was too much of a coward, so I respect the pick.
Also,
up
the
here.
man has Misty Seed, Unburdened Thievel setups, which I think are sick.
Oh, that's a thing?
Oh.
Yeah, it's
I don't.
thing.
I have no idea what Thievel does. Honestly, I have played so little of Gen 8 that like
Throat
I don't know what
spray
any of the
sometimes, I
mons
think.
do.
Like throat
I don't know what,
spray,
like-
Snarl.
I don't know what any of the Gen 8 mons do. So I guess in that case it's like Lipard, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, except it's definitely much more specially focused. Doesn't have the same like utility with Prankster, but it hits harder with like Stake Out, and it's good with Unburdened.
I
Mhm.
think it's Tail Slap. That's weird.
I think
Eh,
Boltund
you
adds a
like-
lot of speed.
Yeah,
Boltund
I will say
solid pick.
speed tiers are looking pretty decent for the most part.
Even as a team that's focused on bulk.
Yeah.
I'd say
I-
actually looking at it now, one of the biggest I was gonna say its offensive potential isn't as high as some of the other teams though. Like it sacrifices some of that for bulk. Stuff like Girder
Yeah,
is really nice.
but all of his stuff can do really
Girder
good setup.
Girder definitely does have like some sort of offensive pressure to
Yeah.
it, but like
wrong.
Well,
you know,
keep
like
in mind,
Pharaoh
this
Seed
is,
just kind of sits there.
Girder is like this is a tier 3 and below league, and I haven't actually played one before yet, but I'm considering the fact that because it's a lower tier league and there's less power, Girder isn't as forced to run a Violate as it is in some other tiers, so it can actually run Flame
No, it's
Orb.
not. It's definitely not as forced. Yeah, that's
Definitely not.
So like Guts Girder
Also,
is
that
gonna
thing gets
be a problem.
defog, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Does.
That's super weird to me.
Yeah,
I only
no
learned
idea
that
why that
today.
line. No
I-
idea why that line got access to defog.
Yeah, I really wanted to pick up Girder actually
It's just the pit
when I started
smell.
looking at free
Yeah.
agents, but then I saw it was taken.
They just spray on some deodorant for their pit stank.
I feel like up 50 rank, having access to the neutralizing gas on the Galarian Weezing would be nice.
Oh yeah, neutralizing gas is huge.
I feel like especially in lower tier leagues, there's a lot of Pokemon that like need or like really like having their abilities present, and then just not being able to have it is just
Yeah. Like for example, like Basculing gets completely shut down because
Absolutely.
adaptability just goes away.
or like the Venusaur, chlorophyll gone now.
Doesn't
Yeah.
hurt it that much because it's
Yeah, it's
still
still
bad.
gonna outspeed the Weezing.
But, like,
Yeah,
what-
and it does have Earth Power in that case because it's not running Levitate at that point.
Yeah.
so true.
So it doesn't hurt as much, but it's still a good option to have.
I mean, take
Uh,
solar power away from Zard, but it's still gonna melt Weezing.
Oh,
True.
Like what else is there?
I will say something kind of neat.
Oh my god.
It does have the gimmick option available of Wandering Spirit for Regigigas to get rid of Slow Start.
Oh, you know that's gonna just happen some game.
That's
Yeah,
gonna happen at some
some poor
point.
soul.
Someone's gonna fall victim to that.
That's pretty sick.
It's
Other than
it's a
that-
gimmick for sure, but it's gonna happen.
Pivoting's nice on the team with the Bolt and Thievel. Both are fast and both have pivoting options.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would like a little bit more, but it's really not bad overall.
Wait, does Samurott get Flip Turn?
No.
No,
Okay.
I say as Kron says it because yeah, I definitely knew.
I think if it was in Sword and Shield, it probably would.
Yeah, none of the Unova starters made it.
I'm so
Yeah.
upset by that. I really want to use Embor.
I'm just glad Victini's back, man.
True. Victini goes hard.
Well, lucky you.
That's my favorite Pokemon right there.
Nice.
Mine's Munchlax, I think.
Hell
and then it got
yes.
drafted by somebody else.
You didn't even name your team after the Munchlaxes this time, though.
I know,
so-
I rebranded. I rebranded because I wanted to use something else.
All right, but
Speaking of which,
what-
I give
what
this
would
team like an
be-
8.5.
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah. This team is actually really decent. I'd give this like probably like an 8.
I would use this
Put
team.
it next to the Anaheim because that's what we just judged as an 8. Would you say it ties up with Anaheim?
I'd say it would.
I personally
Yeah.
put it a little above, but that's just my personal preference for bulky teams. So
I'm gonna give it a tie. I'm gonna still keep it a 8.
actually,
I think
wait.
we're-
Hazard clearance is literally just Girder and Weezing Galarian, and I don't really count
That's
Altaria.
still good. That's still good.
Okay, you're right. They're very reliable.
Still,
Those are
that's
good.
still good. Those
Never
are
mind,
very
ignore that
reliable.
point. Yeah, ignore that point. Good team, great
Yeah.
team.
Good team.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think where my team has the offensive presence, this team definitely brings a very good defensive presence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
All right.
Oh no,
Cool.
it's
So
Doza's
are we
team.
moving on to?
yeah,
are we
come
moving on to
roast
the,
me, guys. Roast me.
Literal, actual trash. I can't
Wow.
believe I'm
Moving
even
on
looking at this
to-
with my eyes right now.
the Edmonton Entes.
Hi.
Can I just say I really just wanted to use Entei. That was pretty much it.
Can I
Yeah, I
just
kind of
say-
I kind of figured when you immediately drafted your mascot that like
Part of the reason I even started playing the league was just like, oh, tiers. Oh, Entei's allowed in a low tier league? Yes, please.
sure thing, buddy.
Because those Sacred Fires, like, just looking at a lot of the teams, nothing really wants to take the Sacred Fire. Even if it doesn't outright kill, a burn's still going to cripple a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sacred Fire has a really high burn rate actually.
50%.
Yeah, that's super annoying.
Yeah.
And the thing is that a lot of the things that can take one do not outspeed.
yeah,
so then
and
you
it's
can
like a
just
Stone
fire off
Edge for
another one.
those, for most of them.
Yep.
And it also
Cinccino,
has some other
definitely-
options. Oh, okay.
Cinccino definitely a very annoying pick for draft, especially in the lower tier drafts.
Well, Rock Blast, Bullet Seed, Tail Slap, it got access to Triple Axle now as well.
Oh jeez.
U-turn. Yeah, and I think it even has access to Sing if I just want to, make you all hate me.
Yeah,
Nah.
but just like multi-hit moves with King's Rock is just annoying.
Hmm.
Especially when you're guaranteed to get 5 hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of the
You
triple axle,
oyster.
though, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty tempted to run Technician more often, because Technician
Honestly,
with
yeah.
triple axle is gonna do a ton. Even coming
Yeah,
off
I
like base
mean,
95
definitely.
attack.
Yeah, and then I switch in my Iron Barbs, Rocky Helmet, Toga Tomorrow, and you die.
Yes, exactly. But that's when I predicted just go for Sing.
Technician Shockwave is always an option,
Fuck
Swift,
yeah.
Swift, you gotta get that stab.
of course.
Anyways.
Also, Garbodor's right there. First team with access to T-Spikes. Second.
True.
No, second, Rose Raid.
Second.
Also has access to spikes, same as Rose Raid.
Yeah.
True.
We got like a spike stacking team right over here.
Yeah, it was actually going to be much more focused on that before it, because it had the Miss Magius. But I didn't like Miss Magius as much because a lot of matchups I wanted a bit more bulk on my Ghost type, which is why I quote unquote downgraded to Mischievous. I don't think it's a downgrade really though. Mischievous is really good.
I think my biggest issue now is that you've abandoned your Sun tactic. Victreebel doesn't really have a place. It's just a weird, awkward grass type now.
Yeah.
I know.
Victory Bell is a bit out of place now.
I know you say that, but I only lost manual
what?
Sun. This team still has access to Sunny Day just to be set on its own by the Victory Bell. It's still good because it has
Yeah.
access to Solar Blade and Solar Beam.
Or you
if I
could
wanna
set
use
it with
those.
Misdreavus or Sigilif or something.
Sigilif, Lycanroc, I'm pretty sure gets Sunny Day. I think.
I'm pretty sure almost your entire team does, yeah.
Yeah. So if I really want to use Sun, but I don't think the team needs Sun as much as I thought. Because Entei, yes, hitting that Sacred Fire and doing a ton is nice, but I kind of feel like the burn is most of the attraction of Sacred Fire to me, actually. It's just being able to get burns and cripple stuff.
And I mean, like, I brought this up before, but Hitmonchan being your only dark resist is a bit of an issue, but it's one that you're okay with.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a bad Dark Resist, but you could hope for better.
Well, it still has access. It has Drain Punch, right? Please tell me it has Drain Punch.
Yes, it
I
has
think
Drain
so.
Punch.
Okay.
No.
I would be very surprised if it didn't get any punch moves.
No punch moves. The Iron Fist Pokemon does not get any punch moves.
Like, if
only
if there
gets
was
Tickle.
if there was one that it didn't get,
Tickle is a fist move.
Let's go.
Tickle
Open
is the
fist.
best fist move.
Exactly.
Oh, that's going in a recording. Oh man.
We're talking if we're talking about burns. You got that Sigilif right
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, I
know
Psycho
Sigilif.
Shift.
I
Psycho
was
using
Shift.
Sigilif in
Lightward.
OU.
Psycho
Sigilif's
Shift,
really
Psycho
nice in
Shift.
OU right now.
Lightward Psycho
such
Shift is
sleeper.
going to be so annoying.
Don't bring that set. Don't bring
I am-
that set, Dozo.
Bring
You
every-
know I am. I
Honestly,
use it in OU, even. Like,
My brother used to use Sigilif against me all the fucking time, and I learned to hate it so much.
it's such a pain to beat if you know what you're doing, and then it can just flip the script. And if you think it's defensive, and all of a sudden it's a Life Orb variant, it can do work.
Sigilif is one of those mons where, like, when you look at it, it's just an assault on the senses. God,
It's so cool. What do you mean?
Mine's shiny.
so much going on.
Is it supposed to be like an ancient like pottery thing or something?
Totem.
Yeah, it's some kind of like totem something.
Funny,
Yeah, I
funny
literally
fact.
have like 6 shiny Sigilus from the wormholes in Gen 7.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
Nice.
funny fact. Do you know my nickname? I was just
What?
things like deity, diet warrior. That's how I came up with the name. That's the
Diet Warrior?
that's the reason that I nicknamed it Diet Warrior.
Interesting.
Damn.
That's literally all.
I wish I had nicknames for my Pokemon, but
Just come up with nicknames.
no. That's the
Just
thing.
come up with them.
Fridge
no.
Go Burr.
If you don't have nicknames, then I
Go.
don't respect you.
I do like Fridge Go Burr. That's a
Yeah,
that's a
that
good
was
one.
the nickname I've seen. But like, I have nicknames for some Pokemon. It's just like other ones, I don't want to commit to one because I like changing it up.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna change a lot of mine up.
Yeah.
Like, definitely gonna nickname the Reboot SpaghettiOs at some point, and it's just
Oh,
gonna,
that's good.
yeah.
Beautiful.
I named my score bunny Persona 3.
I hate it.
That's cute.
I really like that.
Meanwhile, Inteleon's Persona 5, it's got the Joker.
So true.
For his neutral special, he wields a gun.
For his neutral special,
Oh,
Joker wields a gun.
he wields a rabbit.
So before we just kind of veer off course, I want to note one of my favorite things about this team, an elite pickup, which was the Lycanroc, because that actually deals with a lot of weather.
I do love
Yeah,
Lycanroc.
that is
yeah.
very
It's
true.
faster than any other Sand Rusher that's in the tier. It got access to close combat now, which adds some more power to it, which is nice. Acceleroc's nice because that means stuff like the Arctozolt or Arctovish, even running Scarf or Inhale, aren't going to be running away freely.
Very true.
It just deals with the other weather really nice, and it's faster than the Charizard, obviously, if I use a Aceleroc. And unfortunately, though, it is still not faster than Venusaur.
Oh.
So,
What's not faster than Venusaur?
Lycanroc. Even with Scarf and Sun. Oh. Internet cut. Cool. These people listening now get to hear it.
Fish without Scarf, which is annoying.
Haha, I cut out. I'm gonna just do. There, I'm using data on my phone.
Sort of the downside of having Spike.
Disconnected.
Any team with a lot of like flyers or levitators is not really gonna care about the hazards.
Oh, are we
Yeah, but
talking
he's got a
about
good
Thunder
electric,
Wave?
a good rock, and yeah.
Yeah,
So he can still apply pressure to those.
yeah, and Lycanroc can still do the whole Suicide Rock Slade thing.
Suicide is badass.
I really don't like playing my mom's. My mom's like that though.
But yeah,
really like keeping them
I
around.
would give it a solid 7.
I'll take a 7. I'm happy with 7.
Yeah, I agree. And honestly,
Man, I've been playing Hyper Offense in UU. I've learned to just let Mons die.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I
I'm
think we hit on
gonna point out my own fault here though. I don't like the lack of some pivots and the fact that it's not as bulky as I'd want it to be. Because
I mean,
have
you have
Rotom.
you have a decent amount of pivots. You have like Chinchino, Rotom, and I think Sigilif gets U-turn.
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
You have Rotom and Cinchina.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's it. And Rotom's bulky, but like in terms of stuff that can take a hit and then switch out. Though, to be honest,
I can't hear Dozo at all. Can anyone else hear Dozo?
I can.
I can.
Oh, why can I not hear him?
You are unworthy.
So true.
There goes Kron.
Mm.
Welcome back.
Okay, cool. Now I can hear Dozo, the man
Okay.
who's always wanted to hear.
Hmm.
You need
Thank
more
you.
pivots, but your pivots are okay, I guess.
Yeah.
This is from someone who literally always has way too many pivots.
Okay,
From
let's trash
someone
Kron
who
now.
It's
Crash me,
like
me daddy.
Oh yeah.
from all the pivots. You could use more, but you have enough.
Mhm. So moving on to Kron.
Alright, I will have to be right back because I have to feed my dogs.
Cool. Have
Wow,
fun.
Gracie's scared of my team.
So I will return.
It's not Scara, you dropped Venusaur.
Man, screw Venusaur.
So true.
Sweatosaur.
yeah, the
Yeah.
Linoon is still very scary.
I like my team. This is not my favorite T3 and below team I've ever built, but I definitely really like it a lot.
One of the things that dropping the Miss Magius did was allow Linoon to now outspeed. Because before I could just use Mischievous, and then
Yep.
with that I could Mischievous can't outspeed anymore, so Linoon can actually kill it. Miss Magius would get a burn off before Linoon gets to kill it, so I'd always be able to neuter it back.
Yes.
Yeah, another pick that I like in tier 3 here is the Sandslash.
Oh
I,
man, that was a steal.
I wanted that thing and ended up taking Marowak as my.
Marowak's very good though. I like
It
using
hits
that.
hard.
It does, but I
Yeah.
wanted the Sandslash for obviously the rocks and the spin capabilities
And the spikes.
and spikes now this gen.
And knockoff and super fang. Oh, it's so good.
Oh wait, it got spikes this gen?
Yeah.
Oh, I really wish I picked up Sandslash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was taking it with my next pick, like the round that you picked it.
Sorry about that.
Snipes for days.
I like the Roselia pick just because I like Roselia as a Pokemon in
I
general.
think it's
pretty.
also a steal. It's so bulky and it's got like the exact same move pool as Roserade.
It was in the same. It was in tier 4. I think that's a little bit low for Roselia. I have a lot.
Oh,
of
for sure.
Pokemon. It's a great Pokemon. It's like,
Well, it's still got 100 base special attack.
especially
Mhm.
tier league. Like, I don't know. It's a really good pick for tier 4.
Mhm.
My
Otherwise-
personal issue with the team is I don't really like Gorobus and I don't really like Togedemaru. Those are my
Orvis
only
lost
issues.
a lot because like hidden power being gone.
Yeah, but Draining Kiss is actually pretty cool for it.
Oh, it got draining kiss.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, never mind. I mean, it helps with fighting types. It already hit.
Yeah, it doesn't
with
help
being
for
on
like bulky
dragons.
waters, but
Dark. I don't know. I was looking at Huntail, so I figured Gorbis would have about the same move pool.
Yeah, like I was really hoping for Clawitzer at first, but that got sniped from me.
That's
But
not
I mean, I'm
return
not gonna-
fight for that Sand Slash.
That's entirely fair. But yeah, I like my team overall because having the shell smash is really good behind screens.
I was
and
gonna
with the meow
say
stick.
I don't like the screens.
And I have so
Like-
many pivots and priority and breakers and
Hmm.
Sorry, I should let y'all talk.
Aerodactyl is also really nice because of its speed tier. It's one of the fastest mons. Just
It is
hands
the
down in
fastest
the league.
mon that got drafted.
Is it actually the fastest? Wasn't there like a Jolteon?
Jolteon was also, but Jolteon got dropped.
Oh.
Because Jolteon is trash without hidden power.
Yeah,
Jolteon-
because
Yeah.
after drafting Talonflame, I started looking. I was like, okay, is this the fastest thing in the league? And Jolteon and Aerodactyl were the only two that outsped it
Mhm.
prior to Jolteon getting dropped.
I'm
And I can do
scared.
Dragon Dance
But-
with it.
I think the spikes in like hazards into
Yeah.
screens, into smash, into oh no is gonna be really threatening.
I'm
There's
very
a lot of opportunities here too. There's even like there's gonna be the what's it called? The momentum move on Persian.
Oh, parting shot?
Yeah, parting shots also going to
Yes.
enable stuff. This whole team, the more I think about it, the more I look at it, the more threatening it looks.
yeah.
Although
very
I will
similar.
say it takes that time and that setup to get going. It doesn't have as
Mhm.
much for immediate just
Oh yeah, no.
like Sean.
I do have a couple of
Chandelure
breakers.
is- yeah, Chandelure,
Yeah,
Hariyama
the Chandelure is definitely
are
the
like the two that are
I-
going to be breaking. All the others need a turn to set up. So if you keep up offensive momentum on this team, it's kind of low on bulk actually.
Yeah, I do have pretty low base stats overall, but
Yeah.
with screens, I think I can make it work.
That'll be the deciding factor. If somebody can keep defogging the screens and like, you know, just harassing you the whole time.
I wish I had a defog Punisher, like a Defiant user or something. That would have been really cool, but I couldn't squeeze that in.
Yeah, I understand that.
Because I hate Primeape, so I'm not taking that thing.
I kind of wanted
Fair.
Primeape, honestly. But Hitmonchan does good for me.
I didn't want a fighting type. I don't have one.
Kron kept on saying I need a fighting type, so...
Well, yeah, fighting types are like the most important type in T3 and below because of the lack of fairies.
Yeah, and there's a lot of normal types down here too.
Oh yeah.
I'm not worried.
Do you want to do ratings now for this team?
Yeah. Ratings.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 9.
Nice!
I get.
And by that I mean like I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
Yeah, I was gonna.
You're gonna put mine lower than some of the other teams? I'm a little hurt, but okay.
Oh, like I'm just comparing it against mine right now, you know? It's like, do I really want to give him a 7.5?
I don't care what you put me.
I was
I'm
gonna
gonna
give.
give. Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna give this team an 8. I feel like it has a lot of scary pressure on top of like long game setup. So
I'm gonna give it a 7.5 just because without the screens up, it's gonna have some problems. If you can take care of that meow stick, this whole team has problems, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Won't be
definitely
dead in the
struggles
water,
on the especially defensive side. You know, aside from a Eviolite Roselia, there's not much that's wanting to take special hits there.
Yeah.
I might have some tech, you'll see.
So, some
Oh,
AV
tell
is
us
gonna
more.
come
Tell
out.
us more.
Yeah, I guess when you say tech, that just means assault vest, but whatever.
I have my special defense. Is it an
AV
assault?
Hariyama. I mean,
Yeah.
it's good.
Bruh, Hariyama is my favorite Pokemon on this team, and I'm gonna pull some wild stuff with it.
Oh, I love the Hariyama actually. I really want to use. I've never used Hariyama. I don't think in draft, and I really want to.
What I'm
It's
gonna
pretty
do-
much what won me my T3 championship.
I'm gonna look at Hariyama and I'm gonna tell you what you should use. You should use a.
Smelling salts.
You should. Why does it get brine? You should use a brine Hariyama. What the heck?
Oh,
Choice
you're
Specs
right.
Hariyama, Vacuum Wave, Brine, probably
Hyper
get
Beam.
Swift. You don't want to
I-
miss. And
Hyper-
Focus Blast.
Why does it get Whirlpool? What is this moveset?
Doesn't
It
it
also
get
gets
Surf?
surf, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That sounds like a Gen 1 move set.
Gen 3 still had a little bit of that going.
Yeah.
Once Gen
whack.
4 hit is when they started being a little bit like, okay, we're gonna
Metronome?
chill with giving like everything Surf.
Metronome? Metronome?
Yes, I'll run Metronome.
Okay, so
Finals,
introducing the
let's go.
San Francisco Sirens.
Okay, thanks, Dozo.
No problem. Keep it up. Proud of you.
Mwah.
Yo.
So we got some hail. We got one of
Yeah.
the two.
And I love the tier 1 picks here. I love the Gardevoir and Flygon. That is such a good combo, and the Gardevoir being able to trace and shut down a lot of the weather sweepers is very nice.
Gardevoir is very good.
I'd say this
Definitely
team is
something
pretty
my team
solid
doesn't
overall.
And the double contrary users down there with Malamar and Sarvine.
I feel like Servine's a little weak though. I've tried using Servine in lower tiers and it still doesn't quite keep up.
And
You
definitely,
can Claire though, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, fair.
Claire's stupid.
It is. That
Uh,
especially sets up nice into the Arctivish.
I'm gonna say that for Gardevoir and Flygon, usually in like the higher tier leagues, they're like forced to run Scarf every week because of all the other mons that outspeed them. But like with these speed tiers that we have, they're not forced into a Scarf anymore as much as they would be
Okay,
and
so
they have
something.
because of that,
Sorry. Yeah.
and that's scary.
Something I'd like to note right away is he doesn't have much for hazard removal, and he has 3 weak to hazards mons, especially his hail set.
Yeah,
The Abomasnow and Arctivish being weak to rocks does not help, and Servine and Flygon are his only removers.
Oof.
and Servine, I don't know, will be the most reliable remover.
No,
But Flygon is definitely a solid one, but sometimes it can be difficult to squeeze the defog sets of Flygons.
yeah.
yeah, it wants to run like Dragon Dance and coverage, or it wants to run Scarf and still have coverage.
It wants to run like 6 moves, and you can only pick 4.
Yeah, and if you're running defog, you kind of want to run Roost because you don't want to lose Flygon. It definitely suffers from 4 move slot syndrome.
Absolutely. Because a lot of times I've run Scarf defog before, but on a Scarf set, you definitely want to have U-turn, so now you're down to just 2 moves at that point.
Yeah.
Where you run
And you can
Earthquake,
go dual
Outrage.
stab. You can go dual stab, but then some things can get questionable there.
If he runs
Okay,
dual stab,
I'm back. How much did I miss?
Oh, you wouldn't believe it.
You missed my team.
Yeah.
So
Like-
are we on the Sirens now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I really like the Flygon pick. That's all I'm gonna like.
Well, Flygon's just
really
nice.
Like, I love Flygon.
I've even
Great.
played in leagues where like my best draft team ever was in Gen 6,
Mhm.
and I had Landorus on the team, but I still had Flygon, and I would bring it alongside Landorus because they were
Big
just,
brain.
big brain.
Gardevoir can set Trick Room, and then Steelix can sweep.
Dude, Steelix is so... I love the fact that
Actually,
it got
I
body
think
press.
this game has a pretty decent Trick Room mode, honestly, with like
Malamar? Does
Arctivish is
Malamar
slow
get
as
Trick
heck.
Room?
Yeah, Arctivish outside of Hail can definitely work in Trick Room.
Arctivish, Malamar, Steelix.
Malamar is a very fun trick room setter.
Very good.
Yeah.
Just got to watch out for U-turns.
That's a thing to note.
Yeah, that's actually a big deal with his entire team,
Yeah, Steelix and
except
Sock.
for Steelix.
Steelix and Sock are going to take them, and then Flygon and Pyra. I don't think it's
Yeah, but you
that
wouldn't
terrible.
really want-
It's just the fact that Abomasnow and Malamar take it. Not too well. Same with Servine.
Gardevoir
Yeah.
doesn't like him.
No.
Yeah, Gardevoir
Well,
doesn't like
no
him
one
because
on
it
the
doesn't
team really
have very good physical
appreciates-
defense.
no one on that team is really like okay with taking it aside from Steelix.
Does it have a lot of
It's
plated
like-
options outside of Flygon U-turn?
Momentum?
I don't think so.
I don't know the
No.
set.
There's teleport on Gardevoir, but you're never going to use that.
That's true.
Yeah, I think Malamar might get teleport. I don't know.
No, it does not.
So
No, it doesn't.
overall,
Okay.
I'm just gonna give this team. I kind of want to give it a 6.5.
I will say I do like the double wish with Gardevoir and
Oh,
Kangaskhan.
Yeah.
But they're both not very big wish passers. That's also something.
Yeah,
to
they're
consider.
both very.
Great wish passer.
Yeah, Kangaskhan actually can have some pretty fat ones.
Like
It's,
base
Yeah.
100, I think.
base 105.
105, yeah.
Okay.
They are both very offensively based.
Yeah. If you're running Wish on Kangaskhan, you're not, you're missing out on other things. And I find Kangaskhan is actually nice because of the early bird rest.
Yeah,
That's really nice for just cleansing Kangaskhan.
yeah, because then you only really miss one turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, very true. You could also be, this is a weird set, but I'm gonna say bulky, scrappy circle throw.
I've heard of that one before. That one's cool.
Yeah,
That one could be funny.
it could be very funny.
Any other ratings for this team? Or
I wasn't
like,
here for long enough to have a
Yeah,
verdict.
I would say like a 6.5 for me. I like I said, I really like the tier 1 picks in Gardevoir and Flygon here.
I agree with that one. 6.5.
That to me that's one of the stronger tier 1 combos in the league.
Today I learned Flygon doesn't get Stealth Rock.
That's not.
yeah, just like Gastrodon, I learned that the hard way.
And Quagsire.
Yeah, I actually was tempted to get Quagsire and then I saw that as well. Really wish I picked up Swampert, but eh. So moving on to the next. Oh hey, it's my old mascot.
That darn seal.
Leo.
I gotta head out, y'all. It's been fun. Make good choices.
Nope.
I refuse.
I expect nothing less of you, Dozo.
Good. Bye. Good riddance.
See y'all.
Oh, he's
So
gone?
now-
Good. His team was such a 5. Anyway.
It was mid as hell.
So right away on this team. Oh hey, Unburden.
Yeah, absolutely. Unburden
hey,
is
Unburden.
everywhere.
Have you heard of Unburden?
Specs,
I may have heard a
Gunburst.
thing or two. That is, I'm just now realizing that's why he picked up Pincurchin.
Yeah.
Specs
Over
Burst
Thwacky.
from X-Cloud is absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think
Shell
it's
Smash on
scrappy too,
Blastoise is terrifying. This team definitely is can
Offensive.
hit.
It's
Yeah.
very offensive, but immediately
Simple
too,
Swoobat with Calm Mind.
it's very good at setup and being offensive, but it's got like no defense. It's got Munchlax and
It's got
Cramorant.
decent utility though. Like Sableye is a decent utility mon. Just sit there to do
Yeah.
weird for him.
Yeah, I feel like he would have to run Blastoise as like a bulky mon more often than not, just for the sake of rapid spin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
look at
Hitmonlee
what
also gets it though.
is Golurk the only rock setter here?
I think so.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Pincurchin
Yeah, I
does
think
get
it
both
is.
forms of spikes though.
Yes, that's true.
Hazard
is?
removal is good for the team, I'd say. He's got 3 defoggers and a spinner. 2 spinners.
Yep. Yeah, definitely probably the most hazard removal we've seen on a single team.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I would
But
agree.
3 of those are defog, and he wants to set. I would
And
assume.
and
his
all
spikes.
3 of the defog are flying type, so all 3 of them are weak to the rock switch in.
Yeah. Hitmonlee doesn't mind the rocks, but then if there's something like sticky webs, it and Blastoise don't appreciate those. So
Yeah.
overall, though, this team has a Munchlax, so I'm obligated to give it a 10.
I'm gonna say one thing.
True.
One really
I
random.
mean, I can see that like Hyper Offense was clearly the vision here, but even like Hyper Offense needs one or two like good, reliable, bulky switch-ins. And I feel like this team doesn't really have that for the most part. I'm
gonna be honest, I don't think Munchlax actually fits on the team though. Munchlax is tied for the lowest speed in the entire game.
Yeah, I feel like it would kind of completely just remove any and all momentum that you would build up from the other mons.
You know what I would put on this team, maybe?
What?
Like, I was gonna say Combuskin.
Potentially, yeah. That thing gets U-turn now, right?
It gets defog as well.
Yeah,
that is true.
Defogger. And
I did think of picking that one up as a defogger.
Hazard neutral, fire coverage. It adds another fighting type of Hitmonlee, but who cares? This team is just all out offense.
There's definitely not a problem with multiple fighting types in a tier 3 and below league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna say like a really, really weird thing that I can do.
I can do that too.
With the electric terrain, you can get Terrain Pulse on Blastoise.
Oh shit, you're right.
That's a 100 power. Same for X-Cloud. I think X-Cloud also gets Terrain Pulse.
That'll be great for other bulky waters coming in on Blastoise.
Yeah.
God, I did a National Dex Legacy league once where someone like was going up against a team with Tapu Koko on it, and they brought Terrain Pulse on their Mega Venusaur. It was the craziest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, I feel like Terrain Pulse could like come in clutch like occasionally. It was a little tech move.
Overall, I don't know if you want to move on to rating it now.
Yeah.
I'm thinking a 6.5 again, actually. I know I'm putting it a little bit low, but I feel like there's a couple changes that need to happen. Unburden is nice, but I don't feel like it's a good enough gimmick, is best put.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 of your mons get Unburden, but that means when you lose terrain, you lose those Unburdens, and Unburden is something that procs once. It's usually something that's reserved for something like Hawlucha. Hawlucha doesn't come in throughout the game. Hawlucha comes in once because it thinks it has a window to win. It
comes in once, sets up Swords Dance, and wins.
Yeah, you have 3 mons here that they look like they want to set up and win, but you only get 1 shot. So if you can take that storm, if you can, take those hits, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
Wait,
still, some of these do have bulky options. I mean, Swoobat's still able to run simple. Drifloon's going to be able to run Strength Sap. There's still good stuff there. It doesn't entirely rely on it. Also, though, I
will say this: when rocks go up, unless you're defogging, it could be difficult to get them off the field here because there's potential for 3 ghost types with Sableye, Drifloon, and Golurk all being able to spin block.
Actually, speaking of 3 ghost types, where is this team's Dark Resist outside of Hitmonlee, who doesn't have very good defense anyhow?
That is an excellent question.
Yeah.
Knockoff knocks off heavy duty boots too, which leaves the team much more prone to hazards. So
it's a lot of dark weak.
Yeah, Swoobat and Golurk get just nay-nayed by any good dark type.
Yeah.
The Sableye is literal, but still, definitely 3 dark weaknesses with only 1 resist can be a bit of an issue.
And I feel like the terrain is kind of like an undoing here. Outside of Golurk, there's not great answers to electric, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that as well.
And
plus there's 4 electric weaknesses and only 1 immunity.
And let's say that happened to be like an electric type that has any kind of coverage that can hit Golurk. As soon as you weaken Golurk, your terrain is against you.
Like
save Vigavolt or something.
Somebody picks up Jolteon. It's got Shadow Ball.
Somebody had Jolteon for a bit.
Electivire has been drafted. Electivire, I think, has Throat Chop. So
It does have Throat Chop, it also has Ice Punch.
yeah. So
A good
that
bulky
hits-
grass could
oh,
help this team a lot with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, Electivire does really good versus this team. Whoever's got that has a good answer to this team.
What does?
Electivire is really good against this team.
It is.
All it has to do is dodge Will-O-Wisp from Sableye, and it's pretty set.
True.
So yeah, I'm gonna give this team. I'm gonna give it a 6 though.
Yeah, I think 6. I think the offensive presence, especially with Blastoise and Exploud, is fantastic, but it can struggle to switch in on things.
Its physical
for sure.
physical offense is also really low. Like it has Hitmonlee.
Hitmonlee and Golurk would be the best physical offense.
That's true.
And they're both all right, but they're not. Well, I mean, high jump kick's always gonna hurt.
They're not breakers like a Specs X-Cloud.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Okay, so I guess moving on. We got the
Baleful
Baleful
Bloomington.
Banats.
Yeah, the longest name in the league.
Yeah. Kashmir's in the call too, listening, so
Very true.
he gets
Longest
to listen
name
to
in
us
the
trash
West.
it now.
Kashmir is about to hear us talk shit.
Okay, so another Sticky Webmon. Here's
Yeah,
one of the
this
next
is
ones.
this is a Webs team, isn't it?
Yeah.
With the old
I think this team
Slurpuff.
might overall have the best Fairy Dragon Steel Core in the league.
Yeah,
With-
for sure.
With the Slurpuff, Drogodon, and Registeel.
I think
know
this is
you-
the only one that really has like a proper Fairy Dragon Steel Core.
Yeah.
It has really good water, fire, grass. Not really good, but like Floatzel, Oricorio, Fire, and Cradilly isn't a terrible fire, water, grass.
I'd say if his grass was an offensive grass, then that would make it it would make a little bit more. I wouldn't say I don't know if I'd say sense, but
Yeah, that's fair.
I will
he
say
fulfilled
like
both his cores. He has a ground
There's a-
type. He has an electric type from Momentum.
yeah. I will say like Claydol is really the only the only real hazard removal, but it is very solid in that regard. It does get teleport too, so that's switch initiative.
Rapid spin as well, but it doesn't always want to click it.
Oh yeah, Lopico.
Yeah. There will be a lot of times when clicking rapid spin will be very bad for it, especially because it doesn't really get its own recovery.
Mhm.
So, switching in something with a Rocky Helmet enough times on that could very easily wear down Claydol.
Yeah.
Mhm. Otherwise, I love the Dredagon though.
Oh, absolutely.
Dredagon's a really cool mon. I mean, annoying
I
too.
definitely considered picking it up myself.
One thing I want to note is that this team drafted 13 Pokemon because there's 4 Oricorio forms, and that's fun.
Yeah, that's kind of unfair, but
I mean, there's also more Pico being able to change forms and Meloetta.
That's true.
yeah, there's forms all over the place with this
Should have
team.
drafted all the Rotoms, just to solidify
Should've-
that form change.
Should have. Yeah, and you could draft Alkumi over Slurpuff, and then you just kind of.
Oh, and Vivian
I will say,
too.
Meloetta.
No, you know what? You know what's the ultimate one?
Spinda?
You drop. Yeah, I was gonna say you drop
You
Swallow
drop
and you pick up
Spinda.
Spinda. Because Spinda is unique every time.
Wait,
so.
does-
Each one's unique.
Okay, wait. So how does it work on Showdown? Do they actually pick a different Spinda every time for Showdown?
No, I don't think so. That would be ridiculous.
That would be awesome.
It would be awesome, but it'd still be ridiculous. And the thing is I'm pretty sure the Spinda saves, like, there's probably like a value or something that saves, so your Spinda never changes once you catch it. It would just change every game for Showdown because, well,
Yeah.
so you
But I
never
will
have
say
the same
the
Spinda.
Meloetta changing forms is very scary in this league.
While fighting.
Yeah,
Your
absolutely.
form is terrifying.
Relic Song and then spam close combat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the speed boost that it gets going to the Pirouette form is absolutely insane, especially in this league.
Yeah, Meloetta is a mon that I have used in draft before. I do very much like it. I personally don't put a whole lot of stock into Pirouette form. I guess I've just never really gotten it to work. But
I think in this league it definitely ups its value.
It definitely
fighting types are.
It definitely works better in this format for sure. Plus 50% sleep rate on Relic Song is just annoying.
Yeah.
I'd like to sorry, but I was kind of just looking at Slurpuff right now. And what are webs really for?
Yeah, this is
I guess
very
Meloetta?
Yeah,
I
but
mean-
like besides Meloetta, what are webs for? He doesn't have incredible like you could set up webs and then get away with Drudagon DD. Because Drudagon doesn't really get away with DD as easily otherwise. But besides that, I don't really see what webs do. So I don't think webs are going to be coming that often.
Yeah, but the thing about Slurpuff is it doesn't have to run webs.
I was going to say it has that burden.
Sweeper itself.
It's got burden. It's a cleric. It's got cleric options. Like Slurpuff is really good. Its stats aren't amazing. That's the one thing that holds it back. But it has great coverage.
It's great coverage and great setups on both sides, and the ability to boost its speed with Unburden is.
It's kind of whack how it gets like flamethrower and surf and like stuff like that. Like why?
Yeah.
It's like Gen 1 all over again. Like why Slurpuff?
Yeah, Fairy sort of became the new type that just gets like all kinds of weird moves for no reason.
You know what? It gets Gastro Acid. What? I guess.
Cool.
Snow come in here with the useless knowledge once again.
Float Soul got access to U-turn, right?
I think.
Not U-turn, sorry, flip turn.
Yeah, it does get flip turn. It already had U-turn before.
Oh, yeah,
Now
so
it
that...
Stab U-turn.
Yeah, so that's really good for Float Soul.
Like, it's had U-turn since Gen 4.
Yeah.
Has it?
Yeah, I think so. Pretty sure.
I haven't played Float Soul at all, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Oh wait, are we sure Float Soul got flip turn? Because it is not in Gen 8, so I don't think that it would.
I think it's one of the leaked moves. I could have sworn it was one of the leaked moves.
Because none of the move tutor moves were leaked moves.
It doesn't have U-turn either.
Oh, it doesn't.
Well,
no, I'm looking at Showdown right now. And my internet crashed. Nice. Super sweet.
Thankful.
It can just like drop a band on.
In and out of the call. Thank you. It's an original song. It's copyrighted. If you use it, I will sue you.
Or Ikorio as well.
I'd cut this, but it's like I have to go searching through like an hour and 23 minutes.
Registeel, Drudagon, Claydol, and Cradley.
I'm not going to be getting back in this call, am I? Imagine having good internet. That'd be crazy. If I gotta suffer through this, you have to suffer through it too.
Right?
Yeah, I think so.
That's correct.
So,
I am back. My internet allowed me in.
Cool.
yeah. But
Good
like
for you.
Rocket Press with the Registeel definitely gives it like an offensive pressure that it didn't have before. So
Yeah, I'm glad I have my Ghost Rotom for this thing.
yeah, I'm gonna have to rely on my pivoting and just hope I don't get predicted.
So is that it?
I think so.
Okay,
Yeah,
what
this
are
is
you
a
rating
team
it?
that I'm gonna go with probably a 6.5 or a 7. Like I said, I love the Fairy Dragon Steel Core here.
I would go for a 7.
Can I give it a 6.7?
Sure.
Like a really awkward rating where I think it's better than the other teams we looked at and gave 6.5. But like, my team's a 7.
I'm gonna give it a 6.875 for.
I'm gonna give it a 7.23.
Wait, can I give it
And
like
a half.
6? I'm gonna give it a 6.66.
That's a 6.6.
Beautiful.
Question.
Specifically for that 50% sleep chance
Yeah.
on Relic Song.
So true.
Relic
That's what
Song
I
is
thought.
just demonic.
5 out
Yeah.
of 10, 50% chance.
Okay, so
Right.
now
Moving
St.
on
Louis
to
Leafeons.
Potate the Great.
He took Diancie. I wanted Diancie. I wanted nice things. I never get nice things.
And Ditto. Double the messing around.
Double D.
Double D.
I will say right off the bat, pretty reliable hazard removal with spin on Alolan Sand Slash, I forgot its name for a second there, and Defog on Lurantis. Pretty reliable there. Also
Defog
pretty
Vivian.
reliable setter with Diancie.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, does he have any hazards actually? No, sorry, Sandslash. What am I thinking?
Yeah,
I'm crazy.
Sandslash gets
Sand Slash is right there.
rocks and spikes on Sandslash.
Yeah.
I like Lurantis.
I like Magmar.
Lurantis
love-
is funny.
Yeah, Lurantis is funny, and that's why I like it. But I love Magmar here. I think Magmar has got some hidden potential, you know?
Still waiting for Belly Drum Magmar.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Belly
But,
Drum into Flame Charge, and like it has Mach Punch.
Ditto is always a huge wild card. You never know how much of an issue that thing's going to
definitely
be.
going to be interesting with the Ditto plus Zoroark.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be weird.
Okay, just imagine Ditto
I
comes
did it.
out and doesn't transform,
Yep.
and you think it's Zoroark.
But then it just clicks
Just
transform.
Ditto.
Wait, how does that work actually?
It just
'Cause
clicks
if-
transform.
That's my favorite mind game with this game.
It wouldn't make a difference, because you would
that'd
just
be
click a
s-
fighting move on it anyway.
Wait, isn't there like a Ditto specific item that lets you dodge too or something? Like like a silver powder or something weird thing?
There's like a metal powder that raises its defense, but
No, like I thought there was something else, like something that lets Ditto. Just run
Wait.
bright powder on Ditto.
yeah,
should
we'll
dodge
just
and
unban
trans-
the item specifically for Ditto.
Do it.
There's
Fran,
a quick powder
Fran.
where if the Ditto hasn't transformed, its speed's double.
No.
So-
Fran,
If you wanted a double speed Ditto.
Fran, do we have permission to unban bright powder? Just
But
for
only
Ditto.
on Ditto.
Only on
Only
Ditto.
on
It's the
Ditto.
only Pokemon. Nothing else. Yes, we have permission.
Oh my god.
Okay, Patat has to run this now.
Why have we done this? Why have you given him this power?
This is going to be a problem when that thing transforms into something that's really good, though.
Yeah. That thing's gonna transform into Venusaur in the sun with
I'm
bright
not
powder.
I'm not gonna enjoy fighting my own Entei.
To my Togetic, and then I'm gonna run Choice
Yeah,
Bands.
you're really going to not enjoy fighting your own Entei when it dodges an Accelerock from the Lycanroc.
Yeah.
You think
Because of
Accelerock
bright
is
powder.
killing? Entei's
Not from
bulky.
full. Not from full, no, but if you've got it
Maybe
weakened
with
down.
Ditto's HP.
Yeah, it's still not enough. Entei's toe is based like 90 in each defense. Entei is
True.
bulkier than you'd expect, really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
only on Limber
Kingler.
Ditto.
Kingler definitely an offensive mon that I don't pay much credence to, but I should.
I was gonna
If-
say Kingler's there, and Kingler's amazing. I love Kingler.
If he had screens,
used
Dual
my
Dance would have been
mascot.
really cool.
Yeah.
Just
Kingler, really the
knockoff
only issue
and
is with it
liquidation.
is that it just... Really the only issue with it is that it, isn't that fast.
I mean, it does get Rock Tomb.
It does get Rock Tomb, it does get Agility as well.
The agility is really good on it.
If you
Yeah.
really needed to, you could run Mud Shot or Icy Wind.
Honestly,
Spectacular.
Kingler should have been one of the mons that got close combat in Gen 8.
I
yeah.
agree.
Superpower
But it has to
isn't
be
good enough.
So it's not terrible. I don't know.
But it does actually have some pretty decent coverage.
Run Trick Room Hammer Arm? I don't know.
Back before I stopped making my team a Sun team, I really wanted the Diancie, just because Sun plus grassy terrain with it would make weakness policy setup really easy.
Oh yeah, it would.
But unfortunately, was not the case. So now I have to face Diancie on this team. It's not my first matchup though.
I feel like this team would probably exclusively want Diancie as a defensive though.
I mean, he could run all offensive if he wants to. Everything here is pretty offensive.
True.
Actually, the team is really offensive. It doesn't have much.
Yeah, now that I'm looking at it, oh shit.
Yeah, like a Violite Magmar and Diancie and kind of Sandslash, but Ice sucks for its defensive purposes. So this team's
Ice
actually
sucks unless it's being hit by another ice move.
Yeah, but looking at this team, he doesn't take hits especially well. He's definitely gonna have to play this team really offensive.
Yeah, the entire top half of the roster, aside from Diancie, just cannot take hits.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Ditto, though, to be fair, if something is breaking through, like if something sets up and is starting to steamroll the team, Ditto can defensively check it through offense.
Yeah, Ditto can just say no you.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's nice.
But yeah, like the main three defensive mons would be like Diancie, Sandslash, and Lurantis, and even then, like Lurantis only has like 90 in both defenses.
Yeah. It's funny how we spent all this time talking about all the lower Pokemon, but we haven't even mentioned Zygarde.
I love Zydog.
Oh god, yeah.
Zygarde is just gonna spam 1,000 arrows on everyone.
Zygarde's just chilling over there.
Yeah. It doesn't even have a sprite for some reason on my on Pokepaste.
That is
so it's
interesting.
just really not noticeable.
And it's it isn't like a very pronounced thing, but it does have like a Trick Room option with Diancie and Lurantis.
Yeah.
It's not very pronounced, but you know, it's there for the using.
It's theoretically possible. Sandslash could work in that too, actually.
Yeah. It's just something that the opponent like wouldn't expect. Maybe they're like, oh, they're gonna bring all this
I win.
offensive fast stuff, and then they're like, psych, I'm gonna bring Trick Room with the Lurantis.
And Bright Powder Ditto.
And Bright Powder.
Yo, what if you just used, okay, big brain tech here. In Trick Room, use Lagging Tailed Ditto.
Exactly.
Oh, I just realized Primate gets Defiant. I am not bringing him on top against Randy.
I mean, you can if Hitmontop gets another ability. I don't.
It gets Technician, I'm pretty sure.
It gets Technician, but I don't. If I were to do that, I would want to do like offensive Hitmontop.
Exactly. Aerial Ace, Technician Aerial Ace, go for it.
You're right.
Banded Technician Aerial Ace never misses.
We done with Patat then?
What are we rating this? I'd say like a 6 or 7.
6.75.
Just barely above the 6.7 from earlier.
You know,
pretty much.
Like a.
The numbers are just gonna get more convoluted as it goes.
Exactly.
Like a pi plus 4 minus 1.
Is it better than the Meloetta team though?
That's a what, 6.14?
Yeah.
You know, it's Act 6, Act 5, Intermission 4. You know.
Yeah. It's the what's the word? It's like the Matrix of like 2 or something.
Yeah.
Maybe a Matrix of 3. I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, good talk. Anyways,
It's like the
next.
inverse square root of like 27.
Yeah, it's actually I to the 4th power times 6.
Oh no!
Yeah,
I'm
that's
among
it.
nerds.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Okay, so moving on to Gray. Say hi,
Yeah,
Gray.
time for me to defend my picks.
Yes.
Time for me to explain my little creative process over here.
Okay.
Yeah, so I went full sand.
You bastard.
I went hard on sand.
You did.
Because I saw a Alolan Doug trio, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Let's do this. That's really the only reason. But yeah, I tried to get as much as possible that would benefit from the sand without, like, super polarizing my types. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I sort of tried to diversify the types that are, like, immune to Sandstorm. So, you know, I got the Magneton, which is like a steel type, and then the ground type in Palisand, and the rock type in Barbaracle.
Can I make a very bold statement here?
Yes.
Water and ice coverage kind of screws with your team.
That is perhaps correct.
Scald and Ice Beam, and you don't have much that wants to eat that.
That is correct. I don't really have much to say to that. I will say something I sort of learned. I should have drafted Eldegoss. Fucking Chone kept yelling at me for it.
Fucking crone. No, it's not good. It's not good. It's really not good.
I mean, it basically just seems like a specially defensive version of Tankla to me.
It's not good.
It was fine.
It's not good.
It was fine.
It seems perfectly fine to me. I will say, something I've learned, Chimecho is low-key one of the better tier 4s available to us.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like, that thing gets all kinds of supportive capabilities.
Thunder Wave.
Yeah, that thing gets its own reliable recovery. It gets defog. It gets screens.
Yeah.
It gets knockoff. It can set up Calm Mind. It has Dazzling Gleam. You know, Heal Bell, Wish.
I'm kind of scared of a Barbaracle.
It can trick. It can set up Trick Room.
Yeah, Chimecho does everything.
Chimecho is like it's kind of like a It's kind of like a discount Comfey in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this: bring the Sniper Scope Lens Barbaracle just once.
No.
Try to crit with Shadow Claw, Cross Chop, Night Slash.
Razor
Not
Shell.
doing it. Not doing it.
Razor Shell, Stone Edge. Those are actually like it's got 2 stab moves that have crit boosts.
That is true. But yeah, the team, I did kind of want to go for a bit of an offensive angle, but I did also end up sort of drafting a few slow Bulkymons on top of that with like Palisand and Tangela. Those are probably going to be a bit of momentum sinks in a way, but I do also really want to have that sort of defensive backbone to fall back on in case things get too hot to handle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You could
Scald actually does a lot of work to your team. I'm just saying.
What does?
Scald. Specifically Scald. Everything.
Yeah, because a lot of my
burned, and it's a lot of physical. And Magneton does not have recovery.
that was something I was sort of worried about during the draft. Is that a lot of my offensive mons are very physical.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and that's the problem with low tiers. You don't have as many bulky waters available, so it can be hard if you don't get one of the top ones to fit one onto a team.
Spoiler alert,
I will say it was a little
not Magneton, bringing my Entei and Gastrodon until you hit the game versus you.
It was a little unfortunate having 14th pick, because I don't exactly get like the wheel pick, but I do still have to wait a really long time to get to pick what I want.
Mm-hmm.
I was also really worried about hazard removal during the draft. I ended up doing a free agent to get Scyther, so rocks are going to be a little scary, but I do have him on top and Chimecho to get rid of them if necessary.
Can I ask what the Houndoom's for?
The Houndoom, I just really wanted some form of fire type coverage.
Mm-hmm.
I could have gone for Typhlosion, but then I decided that I thought Houndoom would be better because it had more utility options. It gets Destiny Bond and like Roar, and it gets Sludge Bomb for fairy coverage and a couple of other things.
Okay.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
Palosan gets Gravnosis. And
What?
It gets what now?
Gravity Hypnosis. It's
Oh.
Ooh.
I play doubles, so Gravnosis is. Well, I don't play doubles, but I know more about doubles, I guess. The VGC, I've heard the phrase Gravnosis thrown around. It's just Gravity Hypnosis. But yeah.
Oh, another reason I had chosen Houndoom over Typhlosion was that it gets Nasty Pod as well. So if I do want to, I can go for the setup angle, and I can also like run Sucker Punch for like emergency priority.
Useless tech, please run Laser Focus on your Scyther at least once.
We're just asking people to run like really.
What does that even
stuff.
do?
Laser Focus guarantees a crit on your next attack.
Beautiful. Awesome.
Crit tickle.
Critical.
Critical.
But yeah, I really like.
Yeah, I have like some decent pivot options as well. I have the slow volt switch, and I have the fast U-turn.
Okay, so you
I
want to
just-
do ratings now, or no?
Yeah,
sorry.
I just wanted to keep my bases covered as much as possible while still going for the sand angle. This is my first time drafting any sort of weather.
Okay.
I think you did a good job for that.
So before I rate your team, I have a very important question for you, Gray.
Yeah.
What is your profile picture?
On Discord,
Yeah.
it's Hilda from Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Okay, so I give this team an 8.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm feeling an 8. I like 8. Maybe an 8.2 if I'm gonna edge forward a little bit.
I'm actually gonna be more objective and say 7.5 though. Actually,
Okay.
I feel like
I say
sand
7. There's not as many bulky waters, but any of the bulky waters are gonna give this team problems.
Yeah, for sure.
As long as they keep it out of Tangela's way. So, otherwise 7.5, 7.7 though.
I'll give it my solid 8.2. I just think sand is really strong because weather is really strong in general in this format.
Yeah,
With
for sure.
competing weathers though, I do feel like there's a bit of a you're not always gonna have access to your own. It's nice in the games that you're not facing another weather, but if you lose the weather war.
Yeah, and the issue with sand in this is the lack of very good sand rush users.
Sand Slash and
it was really just Sand Slash and Stoutland. I got sniped on the Sand Slash pick. I definitely would have gone for Sand Slash instead of Hitmontop if it was available, but oh wait, no, it's tier 4. I would have gone for it instead of probably Barbarical. Because Sand Slash is a tier 3.
So you want to move on to the next team then?
Yeah.
Okay, Regenerator Megalodinos.
Speaking of Regenerator, they really named themselves after Regenerator and then picked Slowking for their first tier 1.
And Audino's on here too.
Oh, true.
Yeah, and it's a
that
Hail
Vanillux
team, and it
was
has
the
Ariados.
biggest snipe of this draft.
Ariados?
No, the Vanillux.
Oh.
The Ariados was one of the free agents.
Yeah, I was gonna say nobody got sniped on Ariados. Nobody's ever getting sniped on an Ariados pick.
Vanillux was going to be my round 2 pick had it made it to me.
Yeah.
I actually considered sort of like what Pokeaim did during the WVE, where he had like sand with a secondary hail angle, but then I got sniped on all the hail setters.
That's fair.
Except for Auroras, and I was like, I'm not Auroras, fuck that.
So, looking at this team, the more I look at it, the more it's pretty damn good, actually.
Yeah.
It's got
pretty well rounded, all things considered.
A good Cleric and Audino, and Slowking to pair with it. It's got
and
Tailwind
arguably
and
the best
support from
tier
Whimsicott.
4.
It's got who?
arguably the best tier 4 in the league in Turtonator.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say he has Aurora Veil to set up Shell Smash. He has Sticky Webs to help Arctozolt out.
What does Turtonator do?
Shell Smash.
Really?
And it's a spinner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you never spin with it. Though, actually, now looking at it, he kind of might have to. Whimsicott's the only other hazard removal, and he's got some rock weaknesses.
Dude, I really wish they gave Roost and Defog to Galar Moltres, because then it would have been a better version of Unpheasant. Or Manabuzz, yeah, fuck. I don't know words.
Unpheasant, everything's a better version of Unpheasant.
That's
Yeah.
The only bird that ties
it
with
didn't
it
get
is
Brave
probably
Bird
like...
until Gen 8.
Yeah, I think the only one that really ties with it is like...
Firo.
Yeah, I was gonna say Firo, but I'd say Firo's better. Pidgeot's the one I'd say ties with it.
What about
Pidgeot sucks.
Too much?
Huh?
Does Noctowl?
No, Unpheasant's definitely better than Pidgeot.
Noctowl has some interesting tech though.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
Like, that's
Noctowl has
Psycho
like
Shift
Timid
I've
Lens.
Oh.
Tinted Lens, Psycho Shift, Calm Mind, Nasty Plot, Hurricane,
Shows how much I play that.
And Moonblast.
and Moonblast.
It does get Moonblast. That's super strange.
Shows you how much I know. about
Also,
playing.
why is it not a psychic type?
The more you know. Da, 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 da.
Ba-da-ba-ba.
That's beautiful.
Okay, but yeah, another Webs team we see as well.
Gildance Moltres can do a lot of work behind Veil. That's
Yeah.
something I'm definitely looking at right now. It's like, that's a threat.
Yeah.
Team Turtonator.
Moltres super appreciates the webs as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Arctozolt without Hail super needs it as well.
I feel like the throw is a really good pick.
Yeah.
It's super strong. Super bulky.
Yeah.
This team is pretty well balanced aside from, the rocks problem.
Yes.
It can be dealt with, but I still... Because you're not going to run Defog because you don't want to get rid of your own screens, though.
Actually, that's not how that works.
Defog does not get rid of your own screens.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought
It only gets rid of the other side.
Defog only gets rid of other side screens.
Oh, I didn't know
I can
that.
confirm I run Defog, Screens, Clef Key, and UU.
Okay.
Yep.
I did not know that.
Well, now you know, and knowing is half the battle.
Da,
That's
da,
right.
da, da. We're learning stuff. Well, either way, still, Whimsicott's not going to run a 1 Defog that often because it wants to have other supportive moves a lot of the time and or run offensive.
It's very true.
I'm
I
just
love
thinking it's going to be really funny to switch in Houndoom on Whimsicott and Cottony.
Yeah. Also, Ariados just sucks.
No.
Ariados
It's amazing.
is just, it exists to run Focus Ash, Sticky Webs.
It
And
exists.
Toxic Spikes, I think it has to.
I think it does get Toxic Spikes, yeah, but it's
It's
not
so
sticking
slow.
around for long enough to do anything
Like-
other than Webs.
It exists to run Sniper, Scope Lens, Cross Poison.
Ariados needs,
With its Base 90 attack.
and that's
Not
its
terrible.
best stat. That's
Yeah.
its best stat. It's base 70 across the board for defenses, base 60
Base 40
special attack,
speed.
and base 40 speed. What I think is Ariados could totally use a buff and still be balanced, of course. I really
They
wish
actually
I-
buffed one of its stats in Gen 7, I'm pretty sure.
did they? That's sad. It's really sad.
Yeah, Ariados and Masquerain both got like shadow buffed in their stats in Gen 7, and they're both still terrible.
That's funny. I think that something that could be good is just having Lunge on the Ariados.
But you're so slow,
True,
you're not going to lower attack
Lunge
anyways.
could be a decent support move.
Lunge is a decent support move. I never see it, and it's so good. It lowers the attack by 1 guaranteed. That's...
I think the problem with that, though, is the fact that, you're not outspeeding anything, so you're taking a hit before you lower attack.
True.
But
I will
that's-
say also, interesting
If you're at your focus sash.
Interesting potential helpful stuff. It does get Shadow Sneak and Sucker Punch, so if something tries to like run like if something tries to sweep with like a focus sash,
yeah,
you can just like send it out and kill it with priority. For example, like if my Barbarical gets like a Shell Smash up, Ariados can just come in after.
I feel like Ariados, I know it's base 90 attack, but looking at an Ariados, it still just feels like it's base 50.
It feels like it's base 0.
And neither one of the
not
priority
stab,
moves.
and
Right.
Why doesn't it get Spider Web? That's bizarre. Maybe it's just not a move. It gets
I think it gets Electro Web.
It gets what else?
It does get Spider Web.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh. Guess I must have missed it.
It's just not in the. It's not in the useful moves section.
Maybe. Maybe it's because I didn't pick a format. Let's just look National Dex. And it should. Yeah, it does have Spiderweb. Okay, cool. I didn't have a format selected. That's all it was.
Okay, so what?
Bell Stinger. And Agility.
Yeah, the Fell Stinger will bring its attack up to what, like?
Well, I mean, like, if you get Agility off and then you finish something with a Fell Stinger, Ariados suddenly actually can maybe, get some chip off.
Yeah. like the thing is though, is like anything with a +3 boost and like is gonna do okay-ish enough, Like you can put a weakness policy on anything and then suddenly it's doing damage kind of thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of weakness,
272 times 2.5. It has 680 attack, which is, I guess, as much as like maybe +1 Kartana or something.
That's pretty good. I feel like a really random set that could happen. Maybe I've just been indoctrinated by A-Drive, but weakness policy Turtonator.
Oh, Jesus.
What does that take? Earthquake? I guess that's it. Earthquake, Rock Slide.
Earthquake, Rock Slide.
Okay, I was actually way off. Kartana at one point at +1 is like 760.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot how strong Kartana is.
You know what else could be decent? Weakness policy on Slowking. The Slowking could take the hits, and then it could...
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then it sets up Trick Room and it just sweeps.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I've seen a lot of people run weakness policy on Galar Moltres as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of decent weakness policy options on this team.
Yeah. That's the main thing we've learned today.
You see, the more you know.
So, I'm gonna start rushing things a little bit more now, just because we're almost 2 hours in, and it's also almost midnight for me. So
Same.
I want to be making as much noise soon.
And we are close to the end of it.
Yeah, only 3 more. So you want to do the rating on this team quick?
Yeah.
Like 8.7. I don't know.
I'm keeping it like a 7.6, 7.7. I'm keeping it down with the
I'd
majority.
say 7.5.
I like an 8 here. I love the Slowking pick.
Yeah, Slowking is going to be very annoying.
I feel like it kind of fumbles around with its hazards and has a rock weakness that, if it isn't dealt with, is going to be problematic. That's my call on it.
That's fair.
Okay, so next up is the Manchester Mantiques, and oh, that's a nice team.
It's a very nice team.
Moltres and Swampert. You see that core in OU.
Moltres, Swampert, Bioport.
That is true.
Pretty good.
Also having Rhyperior is really nice. And Drampa. And the thing is, too, is you have Swampert and Rhyperior that are both ×4 weak to grass, but then Vileplume, Moltres eat those hits anyways.
Who both 4 times resist, yeah.
And then Sap Sipper,
and then Masquerain does too.
Also, and Haunter resists, and Berserker exists. So who cares about those ×4 weaknesses on that end?
Yeah, they make up for it super, super hard.
The defensive coverage of this team actually is really, really good in the first 5 picks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in terms of types, this team is fantastic.
In terms of color, this team is just beautiful.
Oh, yeah. I'm just looking around at all the mons, and it's very aesthetically pleasing.
It sucks, though, because Pokepace has Galarian Rapidash with no Sprite.
Oh, no. That's the prettiest one!
I know, it's... So, shout out to Pokepaste. I'm gonna at them on Twitter after this. Do they have an account? Like, can I just, like, at Pokepaste on Twitter?
I will say the main hazard removal would be either Drampa or Boots Moltres. I mean, both of those are solid options, but, you know, Boots Moltres is kind of spooky.
Drampa does get defog, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Drampa gets all kinds of shit.
Yeah, it is a dragon. And a normal type.
It's a dragon and a normal type, so they just gave it whatever the fuck. They did not care.
Here's the Electivire that destroys that one team I don't remember, but I mentioned it destroyed a team.
It hits Steel Wing, like, Play Rough. They gave it Lash Out this gen.
Grandpa gets Steel Wing? Where's his wing?
Yes!
Dude, Behem gets Steel Wing, okay? Everything gets Steel Wing.
It's got Hurricane, it's got Glare, Extrasensory.
It has Glare? Oh, that's gross. That's gross.
It's super gross.
Wait, where's the... Oh, yeah, ew. Drampa's Loki a pain in low tier.
It gets Roost?
Yeah, it still gets Roost.
I didn't know it had Roost. It gets Tailwind, too.
It had Roost, and it kept Roost. That's the craziest part. Vespiquen lost
That's
Heal Order
crazy.
and Roost, and then Drampa just, you know... Cool.
That's a lot of things.
Haunter's nice. Haunter's really nice. As a special
Yeah, Haunter
breaker,
is sick nasty.
And then Rhyperior is a really good physical breaker. Though besides that, he doesn't have much for... no, Berserker's a decent physical breaker.
Berserker's pretty strong.
Both of them don't really deal with water types that well, though. But bulky waters are far less in this format.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, one of the main ones is already on the team.
That is the quintessential bulky water, honestly. That is the best one.
And then, like you know, there's
Gastrodon
Quagsire and, like, Gastrodon on other teams, but then, like...
There's not much after.
Even Haunter can just run an Energy Ball and just completely screw them over.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Hey.
Well, this is definitely one of the teams I'm pretty happy overall just giving that solid 8.5, like one of the best teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely solid 8.5 or more.
I think we gave like 8+ to only 2 other teams, or at least I did. So like this is one of the top 3 teams to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is absolutely one of the top 3 teams.
Proportional to my scale, this is a 9. They're like 9.2-ish range.
Yeah.
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 Still kind of hurt.
I think the ones that like all of us have ranked highest so far have been like this one. I think the Meloetta team.
I didn't give the Meloetta team that high. The ones I rated highest were the Anaheims.
Oh yeah.
Anaheims, the Slothful. Yeah, I think that's it. Anaheim, Slothful, and then now the Manchester Mantikes.
Yeah, I think those are the ones we've ranked the highest so far.
Although I think the Slothful Slockings might be the lowest of the 3.
Yeah, potentially.
Between Anaheim and this, though, I'd actually say this goes over Anaheim a bit. Maybe I should be giving this a 9. This might just be the best team so far.
This could be the best team. the best draft. At
This
least.
is without a doubt the best Firewater grass core.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Oh man. Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Hands down.
It even has a Dragon Fairy Steel core.
Oh
does.
yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It's got both covered.
It's got an electric
Like the
type,
bases are
it's
covered
got
on this
ground
team
types,
super
everything.
well.
Everything is covered on this team. The only thing it's not got as much of is hazards.
It's got 3
Yeah.
Volt Switch immunities,
True.
Yeah,
which is very nice.
that is useful.
Yeah.
You
Even
do
in the
not want a
hands
volt
of,
switch on an Electivire switch in.
Yeah, I really hope that Xy's not that good at this game because then, otherwise he could very well just steamroll the league.
Very true.
Yeah, Xe could just like pub stomp this league.
Well, I think we've given the rating. I think we all fear it. You want to move on to the next?
We're all afraid.
Mm-hmm. Onto the Arbux. Sharbuk.
So this team's pretty nice too.
I'm scared of Dragalge. I'm gonna. say
Aesthetically, definitely pleasing. A lot like the other
yeah.
one too.
I have all the sprites. Oh.
That. Oh yeah. I'm
Oh
terrified.
yeah.
Dragalge is terrifying. I don't care what people say.
I'm looking at Head Smash Aggron alongside it on the physical
Yeah.
side. He's
Oh,
got two
God,
incredible breakers there.
And something
Yeah.
that Dragalge got was Flip Turn. Damage output
Yeah,
is not great,
Dragalge-
but
Turn now.
it just for
Toxic
a Specs Dragalge, having access to Flip Turn is great.
Toxic
And then it
spikes are
can
there,
also
which are
run
really nice.
really good special. It can run really good special defensive sets too.
Mhm.
Because that thing has like base 123 SPDF.
Yeah, its special attack isn't that high. It's just the adaptability that makes it hit so stupid hard.
Yeah.
This team's pretty well rounded. I'd say hazard removal is a bit of a problem for it. It's only got War Turtle.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not incredibly
It's-
weak to hazards.
Yeah, I was gonna say
though.
it's not incredibly weak to hazards. I mean, from a Rock's weakness perspective, the only weakness is the Magmortar.
It's
Yeah.
just the
Right.
fact that like hazards
Stack
aren't.
Spiking.
Yeah.
Stack spiking
Hazards-
could be a problem.
Plenty of setters too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hazards aren't just though for. Hazards aren't there just for the mons weak to them. Hazards just wear stuff down overall.
Right, yeah. Stack
Having-
spike would be very painful to this team.
Yes, exactly.
Definitely.
Yes, I could do a lot of work. I mean,
That Garbodor team. would do numbers
Garbodor
on
plus
this.
Mischievous. What does he do?
Yeah.
He literally. Why am I saying this? Yanarga, you can't listen to this part. Okay, you're not allowed to listen to this part.
Skip ahead to the timestamp on screen.
Oh, I'm
if
too
you're
lazy
only
for
if
that.
you're Yanarga.
It's okay. Who's actually gonna watch this all 2 hours in?
Haha, now I'm making you do things as an editor.
I'm gonna watch the entire thing, and I'm gonna
The
comment.
only
I'm gonna watch it all back, sure.
sure, give me those watch hours, please.
And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna comment my own YouTube channel in the comment section.
Do it. I already have
I'm gonna
bots.
put my Twitch in the comments.
Yeah,
I
gonna-
already had a bot message in my thing, so like you know what, I'm already famous. It's pretty
Anyway,
good.
follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/thatgocrazy.
Oh, you know it. I still haven't done
Fuck
that
yeah.
actually. You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do?
What?
Twitch.tv right now. I'm going to on the video right now.
Oh, hey
I'm on
guys,
to
if you're not already follow
that girl.
twitch.tv/godacre.
Gracie.
I don't know if you guys heard my significant other in the background yelling about.
Yeah. Okay, I on video I gave you the follow.
Nice.
Thank you, I
Twitch.
really appreciat that.
Speaking
That
of follow,
really heavy promotion.
hit that subscribe button.
Hit that like, hit that subscribe.
Smash
Subscribe.
that like,
If
Subscribe and hit the bell.
If this
Can we get
if this video
can we get 3 billion likes?
if this video gets 69 likes, I will start my OnlyFans.
oh,
Fuck
it's
yes.
69 counts.
Fuck yes.
Anyways, back to what we're talking about.
Oh yeah, so Grace sees Twitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but the team though.
The team.
Yes.
I think Guzzlord has a good, like, it's just better than it would be usually. In most, like, higher tier leagues, there's a lot of fairies, and they're all pretty good. Now, with the lower tiers, a lot of the fairies are weaker, so it has...
There are not nearly as many fairies around, so...
And the ones that are around are slower.
Fairies are offline, it's okay to post Guzzlord now.
It has Gyro Ball, so if it's faster than it
gets Iron Tail too, I think.
It gets Sludge Bomb. Why are you talking about these other moves? It gets Sludge Bomb.
It gets Heavy Slam, Poison Jab.
Sludge Bomb.
Heavy Slam from a Guzzlord has to do a lot of damage, because look at that thing.
Gets Sludge
Bomb. Yeah, it is. It's pretty heavy.
It gets
just because it's big doesn't mean it's heavy, though. Keep that in mind with Pokemon.
Yeah, keep that in mind with Wailord.
Yeah, Wailord.
Hey,
Wailord is not that heavy comparative to its
Wailord
size.
That Varilis set,
air,
though.
Sure.
That Varilis set.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like Curse, Amnesia, Rest, Heavy Slam, Wailord?
Yeah, like when you think about the actual physics of Wailord, like it would be less dense than the air around it, so it would just float.
It would float like a balloon.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it would be a giant blimp.
Guzzlord gets Corrosive Gas.
Cool.
What is that? What does that do?
It's knockoff without damage.
The poison knockoff that does no damage.
Yeah, it's knockoff without damage.
Epic.
Does it get knockoff?
Totally need that when it does when it already has access to normal knockoff.
You see, but you don't need knockoff if you have Corrosive Gas.
You don't need Corrosive Gas.
You don't need the stab knockoff.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the other way. I think it's the other way around.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's poison type. That makes it super effective on fairies.
Okay, so I'm giving this team a 7.
Yeah, this is a solid 7.
I can agree with that. 7 seems about right.
Okay, so last but not least, but maybe the least, because my initial first problem with this team, immediately, and I even mentioned it, is Stakataka. Why is Stakataka here? The rest of the team is fast, besides Masharna and Scrafty. Everything else has a good speed tier. Andor is setting up into it.
Yeah, that is weird.
Stakataka is really weird, especially being a tier 1. There are so many better tier 1s you could have picked up. I'm not
could have gone for
like
Crobat or something would have been great on this team.
Yeah, I'm not saying Stakataka is bad. Stakataka is great. I love Stakataka, and the fact that it's allowed in the low tier league is just like, wow. But the thing is it is not meant for this team. It does not fit at all.
I think the issue with Stakataka...
Yeah, Stakataka doesn't even get benefit from a Rabombi sticky web, because it's so slow.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's way too slow to benefit from that.
Looking at tier 1 right now, like, why would you not pick up a lot of the other things here? Look at Salazzle on this team.
Yeah, look at Crobat, look at, like...
Noivern.
Even, like, Arcanine or something.
Jolteon would be not bad.
Jolteon would be good. Then you wouldn't have to run a Mulga.
Very true, very true.
You could run something that actually, another big thing about this team, actually. Stakataka is its only rocks.
Oh, dear.
I would, if I were to free agent on this team, I would say to pick up something like Jolteon, drop Emolga, and pick up something like Rhydon. Not Rhydon, sorry, Rhyhorn. Or Relicanth. I say Rhyhorn.
Yeah.
Rhyhorn would be good.
Oh, you know what could be...
I'd even say something like Illumise for default.
You could also pick up Lunatone or Solrock. I'm looking at those right now. Heck, you know what? Pick up Wishcash.
True.
Does Wishcash get
the only real reliable hazard removal he has as well is Komala.
Yeah.
Wait, am I... Yeah, I'm sorry.
What about Emolga?
I said reliable?
Yeah.
It is
There is no stealth rocks on... Wish
Now it
Cash.
they do have spike and T-spike access with Quillfish, which is
Quillfish. Quillfish is just one of my favorite draft Pokemon. Period.
No, Molga's fast.
Yeah, Quillfish.
Fog and die.
Quillfish definitely excels in draft.
Oh yeah, very versatile. It's good offensively, defensively. It's got a great typing.
Yeah, for sure.
But,
But yeah, Stakataka doesn't suit this team.
The problem with the Quillfish though is that if Amalga is not there, you're free to Volt Switch, which
Yeah, true.
can make Quillfish a little less of a option.
I'd say that if Grace Period wasn't over, I would be doing a lot of work on this team actually.
I think that
Yeah.
there's one issue with Stakataka that I have specifically, and like I think it fulfills a speed tier that this team kind of needs because everything is like so fast. I guess because when everything's fast, you're susceptible to like Trick Room or just everything running bulk because you know you're not gonna outspeed or something like that. But
There's
I
nothing
like-
though.
it doesn't do what it's supposed to, I guess. Like looking at the role it's filling, it's like the speed tier doesn't fit the team, I suppose. Like you want something a little faster than like this, I see. Like even if you're going for a low speed tier, you want something that can still like
Yeah,
probably-
something more along the lines of like Alolan Muck rather
to be
than.
run.
Well, you know what could be
Yeah.
thrown onto this team? You got
What?
Galarian Slowking.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Galarian Slowking would be nice for this team. Although it does double it doubles the poison and the psychic type. Again, I just feel like this team really need to go hard in the free agents, and there was some free agents done with it.
I just think Stakataka. I think Stakataka being like as slow as it is really bad for the team. I think Musharna fills the speed tier that it has already. So
Yeah.
if it was more of a mid-speed thing, like Scrafty, like maybe base 60, 70 closer there, then it would be filling a necessary speed tier kind of thing.
I kind of feel tempted to talk to him after this and just like, hey buddy, let me help you out.
Hey man, you'll have 4 free agents. Let's just
Yeah.
work.
Well,
with
let's make them fucking count.
yeah.
Stakataka would go, Dracloak would probably go, and Emolga would go.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And I'd pick up a solid ground type and a faster Pokemon, and then
If he's resistant to dropping Stakataka though, because I feel like I remember seeing him like really excited about Stakataka.
that's the thing. So the alternative is to drop something like Rabombi and pick up
Yeah.
something in that tier that helps support it, like
Yeah, something that's better in Trick Room.
Hoopa.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's something I don't understand, because why would you run webs on a Trick Room team?
But is it really a Trick Room team? I'd drop Dracoloak and Rabombi then and pick up... I would pick up the Hoopa, or alternatively, you could also pick up the Comfy. to
Yeah,
get back
Comfey would be good for that.
it gets Trick Room and it
Fabregas.
still has priority. That's the thing about Comfy.
Oh, yeah.
What's his if he's gonna drop Dracloak, he could pick up Cofagrigus, which is a good option for
Yeah.
Wait, for Dracloak?
No, like I'm saying like if he's gonna drop Dracloak and Rabombi.
Oh, yeah, pick a Cofagrigus for a new Ghost type.
Could like fill in
Yeah.
the slot. And then whatever tier 3 is gonna take up Dracloak's slot.
Yeah, a lot of the things aren't crossed off on the dock right now. I'm like looking at Torterra, it's like, oh, Torterra, he needs a ground type. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I
that's
just crossed it off.
Okay.
Currently crossing stuff off as we speak.
Rhydon?
This league is very disorganized thus far.
Okay. Rabombi for Cofagrigus or Comfy. Dracloak for Manectric, and then Emolga for Rhyhorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, that could work for sure.
And then Stakataka, you leave it or you do something with it. Like that's your options.
Yeah.
Use it or lose it, man.
Use it or lose it, because you have 3 Trick Room stars at that point, so it's better than it was before. And if you just don't run stuff on stuff like Quillfish or Lilligant, then it becomes a little bit more manageable. Rhyhorn is also going to be good in Trick Room.
Absolutely.
So, and it also gives him another. Manectric gives him Lightning Rod for a Volt Switch immunity, and Rhyhorn gives him, well, Lightning Rod as well. But ground typing is typically what you count on. Unless you get really unlucky and run into like Ring Target Trick to allow Volt Switch, but there ain't much regular lucky.
I don't. Well, if it's Lightning Rod, Ring Target only goes through types.
Typings, exactly.
Yes, it only makes
so
type,
unless you unless you really don't want to take Volt Switch, like you just don't want to deal with any insane tech, you run Lightning Rod in that case.
You could run Lightning Rod and then run Ancient Power and Earth Power. It's got no special attack, but you know what? It's got Scorching Sands, and that could be a thing.
Does it have Surf? No, it does not have Surf. It has Thunderbolt.
It has Scorching Sands.
It has Blizzard. It has Dragon Pulse. It has Flamethrower.
Only special move. It has Mudshot. Mudshot is not terrible.
Dude, it's got Zap Cannon.
Icy Wind. Zap Cannon. It's got Incinerate. You can get rid of berries. If you're worried something's got a Charty Berry, to stop your Stakataka, just click that Incinerate button and it'll be gone.
Okay. So what do we rate the final team as it is now before we start, everybody DM them after we finish this?
Hey man.
Hey man. How's it going, buddy? Pats on back.
I want to talk to you about a little something.
Hey sport. I've been hearing from the neighborhood kids.
Yeah.
That you said my team was trash.
It's not trash, but it's definitely like one of the. It sounds mean, especially because I took his picks for him. I mean, in the end, I only picked him Rapidash, which I say was a good pick for the team, actually.
Yeah, Rapidash is good for them, for sure.
But it's a 5. It's kind of the worst team.
It is a bit of a 5.
It's not the worst. It's not unusable. Well, what else is there?
I think it's like the second worst team.
What's the worst team?
Mine.
I mean, I didn't want to say that, but possibly.
Yeah.
I'm very straightforward and mean, so I'm not a nice guy, but I really want to help him actually.
I'm not. I'd like to make that very, very clear outright. I'm not drafting to win. I'm drafting for gimmick, and my gimmick this time was just pivoting. I have all the pivots.
I just drafted to use Entei.
Yeah, that's.
Entei and low tier. Oh, cool. Fun.
I wanted caught.
To be fair, Entei does not have switch ins in low tier.
No, it does not. Like, seriously. Sacred Fire into Stone Edge, and if something takes those, Toxic. Done.
Very true.
E-Speed to clean or Protect to just scout.
I actually have nothing for your Entei.
Nice.
I just looked at my team and I was like, yeah, I just lose to Entei. It's gone.
All I really have is Gigalith, and that thing really doesn't want to get burned by Sacred Fire.
But you know what? I beat your Entei with I'll figure it out.
Stun Spore Cottony.
Sunspore Cottony.
Hell yeah.
Look at that. I'm making your own text for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Aquajet Basculin.
I don't want to run Aquajet.
I'll bring Special Barbarical.
100? I gotta outspeed a basin? Nah, Cottony's bringing Trick Room. This is ridiculous.
Hey, don't trust Cottony Trick Room against an Entei.
I will.
Entei kills it before it gets to use it.
I'll
I'll just use.
I'm gonna use
My
room
plan will be
service
Special
Entei.
Barbarical.
I'm using room service Entei, and I'm just gonna reverse sweep you, and it's gonna be the most embarrassing. just imagine that. I run like Brave Nature, 0 attack IPs, just banking so hard on that one turn. You just go for Trick Room, and I just sweep.
Yeah, just bring me to Trick House.
I had an Entei in the league one time, and this was not compatible at the time. Don't know if it is now, but I don't think so. But I wanted to run Cursed Extreme Speed Entei.
I'm not gonna lie, actually. I'm probably not gonna. I don't know if I'll bring it. But oh my lord, Choice Banded Entei versus your team. I think it just OHKOs half of them.
It OHKOs everything, basically. Except for, like, unless I run, like, max Wolf Togetic, there's nothing that really takes a hit. Like,
And that, like, if I had Sun. If I had Sun.
No, it's fine. Reboot takes one.
that's so true.
I don't actually think Reboot takes one in Sun. That's the problem.
Reboot?
Not in Sun.
I think it's still just... Yeah.
I'll run a Focus Sash Vikavolt. Set up... I'll run a Focus Sash Vikavolt, and then I'll click Mud Shot. That'll lower your speed by 1 stage, and then my boot will outspeed and kill with a high jump kick.
The problem is I still don't think Reboot finished. It might, because Vikavolt has such high special attack with the Mud Shot, but high jump kick probably doesn't do, like, it might do half to Entei. It might do half.
I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but, like, Reboot is definitely, like, my choice band mon at heart, you know?
No boots?
I nearly always run choice band Reboot. It's just, like, it hits things.
I can't wait to spike stack and run Thunder Wave and run choice band Entei.
Alright, can y'all
I'm getting
take a second and just... take a second and get me on my team and tell me what I need to change.
Your
yes,
team?
Always. I actually like your team, is the thing.
Oh.
Like, it is one of them, like, it's a solid team. I like the sand. Like I said, the Houndoom was kind of odd to me, but, like, I can understand where it came from.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I would replace it with.
For Fran, I'm just gonna say nothing. Because I like my Entei matchup. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I base this entire league off of. Everything I talk about, everything I do is just like, how good is my Entei matchup against your team?
My best switch in is Miltank, easily.
Oh, Miltank's a good switch in though.
Yeah, it is. The problem is
Miltank does get thick fat, and it gets heal bell too, so it doesn't have to worry about the burn as much, and it gets Thunder Wave.
Damn.
So like Miltank is like a hard counter. Hard counter.
That beat.
In terms of actual constructive criticism,
just
though,
straight up.
For Fran's team, I think we gave it a 7, didn't we?
I think we gave it like a 6 or 7, but in retrospect, I think that might be a bit too high.
No, I think it's in like the middle. It's one of the middle teams.
Yeah.
Like most of the stuff we gave like a 6.7 or 6.66 or a 6 out of 9 to is really kind of just a 7.
Yeah.
If you got a 6, you're a 6. If you got a 5, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Oliver. I'm sorry. I want to help you.
Oliver.
I'm hard. This isn't an intervention. You need more alcohol.
Jarvis gang.
But I like the Firewire Grass Core on Fran's team. Clefairy's good. Ambipom's good for cleaning. Crocorock's a little odd.
I can't believe I'm like
Garvis gang.
I'm on Cerebi like oh, this is how I'm gonna beat the Entei.
You don't. You just don't give up.
Nah, I will never.
Yeah, the Cerebi page just has a big old you can't.
You can't.
Fran, I'm
Power
sorry.
herb, solar beam.
Craigsire is not good enough.
Power herb,
That's
solar
all.
beam.
No, don't tell him the tech. Damn it.
Not power.
Because legitimately, like, if I just ran Power Herb Solar Beam, and then Sacred Fire
Choice
and
Scarf, Adamant,
Stonehenge,
Crocorock. Oh shit!
nothing.
Frandy's got you there. Choice Scarf, Adamant, Crocorock.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay,
Just
is this a back and
okay.
forth? Are we just gonna reveal all of our texts here? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just
All
gonna
the
bring.
text coming out right now. No one's gonna have any surprises for their
I
actual
actually
game.
don't have that much for a Choice Scarf Crocorock, like in terms of taking the hit.
True.
you know what's
Like,
crazy?
I have-
That
I have-
doesn't get Trick Room in Gen 8.
I got Trick Room.
Cottony doesn't get it in Gen 8, so I'm running low
Okay.
on options. I've been talking about it this entire time, but it's been missing. Unfortunate. I didn't even draft it.
Yeah, I think now would be the time to sort of wrap this up now.
Yeah, I just got a text from my dad saying I'm being too loud.
Nice.
Nice.
Not.
Okay, so I guess just wrapping things up. Most of the teams are solid.
Yeah, I'd say Manchester Mentike's definitely top seed. I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a team to watch out for. I feel
Followed
bad.
by
You know.
Psyducks, then Slackings, and then maybe my team? I don't know.
Oh, do you know what I just realized?
What?
Manchester's my first week.
Haha.
Good shit, dude.
So, looking at this, I think I clearly have the best team overall. And
Yeah.
obviously.
If you're looking at it upside down, then yes.
Whoa. We're not looking at it upside down.
I'm sorry
We're
that
looking-
Hilda profile pics really sway me. I'm giving the ore miners. Gracie, I'm a simp.
Hell yes.
I'd sim-
Gracie is my vote.
based on the team. If I sim for you, will you go easy on me if we face each other?
Sure.
Yeah, I want a week with someone where we just both agree to bring like as memes of teams as possible.
I'll do that
Just
versus
the
you.
weirdest fucking gimmicks.
Yeah,
I'll do that versus you, Snow. I won't
Thank
just bring Entei. Like, I won't bring Choice. I say now, 100%, I will not bring Choice Band Entei.
all right. That's
It's gonna be
vow.
Choice Scarf Entei.
It's gonna be Choice Specs, you think?
it's gonna be weakness. all-
Ooh.
and
Choice
sweet-
Specs Entei.
Yeah, the
Like
thing about
Specs
it,
Entei, that's the real
Entei
tech.
definitely does not need Scarf against that team because it just naturally outspeeds everything.
It does.
I'm not gonna tell you what I'm gonna run, but I'm already thinking of some funny stuff on
Yeah.
Entei.
That's fair.
But anyways, I guess this is the end of the analysis. After how long is this, anyways? 2.5 hours.
Yep.
Click the like button.
Click the like button,
Smash
subscribe.
that button. We're trying to hit 69 likes to get him to start an OnlyFans. Yeah.
Give me
will
3 trillion likes, and I'll
Go-
give you a bone.
If this video
I will mail you a bone.
if this video hits 10 likes, I'll actually start uploading videos to my YouTube channel.
Nice.
Epic.
Okay, yeah, so subscribe to me, follow Gracie on Twitch, follow me on Twitch if you want to see some stuff too. I'm gonna probably start streaming again my Weeb games and stuff. And I'd like to do some more Showdown lives. I've been really procrastinating with that, but I'm also getting ready to hopefully go to college soon, so I gotta get ready to apply soon. And I work
Yeah,
like 6 days
I
a
might
week.
start doing Showdown lives too, actually.
If you want to collab, hit me up anytime. I
Sure.
hate doing them alone. All content sucks alone. I'm not good on my own. But anyways, thanks for watching. Bye.